It is a beautiful night for the final championship game here in Little Rock. It's the 4A state championship game between Harding Academy and Rivercrest. Hello everyone, I'm RJ Hawk along with Wes Moore, and we've got a heck of a matchup tonight, Wes, here in the 4A game between Harding Academy, who's 14-0, and Rivercrest, who's 12-2. Two teams that are very much alike. They've both battled injuries throughout the year, and they both meet here in the championship.
Earlier today, we watched Boonville win a state title after losing in the title game last year. Tonight, Harding Academy will try to do the same thing. They lost last year against Malvern, and tonight they will try to get the 10th state championship in school history. They've been here 5 years in a row. That's pretty incredible for a program to be in the state title game 5 years in a row.
And if you think about this Harding Academy team, they have not lost again. The only loss that they've had in the last 2 years was in the finals last year. And that's pretty impressive between, and really and we'll get more into this here in a minute, but Owen Miller, the quarterback for Harding Academy, you and I were talking about this prior to going on. He has not thrown an interception this year. He's 45 touchdowns to 0 interceptions. That's almost unheard of.
It is absolutely incredible. We had to double check with the Harding Academy radio crew to make sure that was correct, that stat wasn't a misprint. In Rivercrest, you look at them, this is their 11th state final. So these are two teams that are used to being deep into the playoffs, so it should be a great matchup tonight.
Well, we are just about getting ready, set to go, as it's Harding Academy and Rivercrest. When we come back, we will look at players to watch and how they got here as you're watching the Centennial Bank State Football Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
Hi, I'm Lydia Bastianich, and thank you for tuning in to Create TV. I love being part of a channel that feeds your passion for cooking.
Thanks for joining me in the kitchen today.
I'll drink to that.
That's good.
Remember, it's viewers like you that make Create possible. Show your support today and donate to your local public television station. Grazie.
You know, I think sports are really big to a lot of people, and because it's an important part of our fabric in our community. And the one good thing about what I've seen is it's high quality production. You know, you think of the small communities all over Arkansas, it's a big deal that they can turn on the TV or DVR or whatever and know they're going to get a quality product. And so I think it just expands the focus of what PBS is doing. You know, Arkansas PBS is doing a great job, and I think it's part of education.
The commitment it takes to be a winner on the field is the same as the commitment Centennial shows its customers. Patience, perseverance, commitment, and resilience are key ingredients for success, both on and off the field. Whether you're cheering on your home team or needing encouragement starting a new business, let Centennial Bank help you make plans for your future. Centennial, for all of life's moments. Member FDIC.
Fans are starting to make their way into War Memorial Stadium for this one, as we're going to have a good one between Harding Academy and Rivercrest. Harding Academy 14-0 on the year, Rivercrest 12-2. Well, let's look at how both these teams got here, and we'll first start with Harding Academy, and it all started with that big blowout win against Gentry, 42-0 in that first game, and then you move down the bracket, you take on a Malvern team, you win that game 58-34, then it went on to Ashdown, 42-14, and then Elkins last week, which was a game of the ages, 41-27 between Elkins and Harding Academy, and that's how Harding Academy got here. And really, we talked about it just a minute ago, Wes, Owen Miller is the reason why they are here.
Yeah, really good quarterback. He's completed 77% of his passes this season for 3,400 yards, 45 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and he can run it too. He has almost 800 yards rushing and 11 more touchdowns, so Owen Miller's responsible for 56 touchdowns this season.
Now let's take a look at those Rivercrest Colts, because they too have an impressive postseason run so far. 2 shutouts in the postseason, and it all started with Mina when they won that game 36-0. Then they took on Gravett, won that game 40-0. A good matchup. Then came with Arkadelphia 36-12. Last week against Warren, 24-14, and that's how they got here to War Memorial Stadium. And another good player to watch throughout this game, Wes, is Kobe Turner.
Yeah, their running back rushed for 268 yards and 2 touchdowns last week, defeating Warren. For the year, 1,600 yards rushing, 24 touchdowns. they're going to want to get Kobe Turner going tonight. How about the defense for Rivercrest? You just mentioned 2 shutouts. They held Arkadelphia to 12 points, Warren to 14 points, 26 points in 4 playoff games. That's less than 7 points a game. Pretty stout defense.
On the season, they're only giving up 16 a game. Harding Academy is giving up 17. So we'll see who wins, offense or defense tonight in this one. Both have great offenses. Well, hey, when you have a great team, you also have a great third man. And our great third man is Kyle Deckelbaum, who's down on the sidelines tonight. Kyle, what's up, buddy?
Oh, what's up, guys? Great to be with you, as always, for one final game of what's been 2 fantastic state championship weekends. Hey, tonight, on the back of the Harding Academy helmets, you will see a helmet sticker. It's a heart with the letter R. Here's the reason. The R is for Ruby, the 3-week-old daughter of the Harding Academy offensive line coach and the younger brother of head coach Neil Evans, Kyle Evans, and his wife, Perry. Ruby was born with a congenital heart defect discovered after birth, and she has been at Children's Hospital. Safe to say the family has been there as well over the last couple of weeks. And how about this, guys? On Thursday, after the Harding Academy Wildcats practiced here at War Memorial Stadium, the entire team went over to nearby Children's Hospital for a bit of support. I believe we have the picture, and we can show you just how neat that is. And I can update you guys a little bit of a good update. I talked to Kyle Evans this evening before the game. Ruby underwent surgery yesterday. Safe to say there is still a long way to go, but certainly fingers crossed on the road to recovery and perhaps all the motivation the Wildcats need tonight, guys.
Thank you, Kyle, and that's a great picture that they just showed right there. The team, as they went and saw her, and we wish her nothing but the best as she moves through her recovery. Let's go ahead and take a look at tonight's weather for this game. As you know, we were talking about in the noon game, absolute perfect conditions, and tonight's really no different. Starting the game in the low 60s, going to get down to the lower 50s by the end of the kickoff. But Wes, it's kind of crazy to think we're in December, and we've got some really good football conditions like this.
I looked on my weather app, and it was 65 degrees during the 3A game today. In fact, we had a player cramp up during the game. So it is beautiful December weather. I found it interesting. Rivercrest won the toss, and they said, we want the ball.
Yeah, and so it'll be interesting to see what they do with that. You try to strike first early in this one. Rivercrest wearing their all-red uniforms with red helmets and white trim. Harding Academy coming out with the all-white uniforms trimmed in red. So we have a good one. You see the crowd piling in. Good crowd on hand for both these two teams. Harding Academy is the visitor in this one. Rivercrest the home team in this one. And here come the Rivercrest Colts as they make their way onto the playing surface. Wes, let's go ahead and look over the keys to the game. What do you got?
Let's start with Harding Academy first. A good look at the Wildcats as they get ready to run out onto the field. You know, we mentioned Kobe Turner. They've got to stop Kobe Turner. This is a offense that wants to run the ball to be successful. Harding Academy has to stop Kobe Turner. And I think also they got to establish a run game. We haven't really talked about it, but Isaac Baker, the starting running back for Harding Academy, will not play in this game. He has a broken collarbone. Baker rushed for almost 1,000 yards this year. He also had almost 800 yards receiving, so he's a dual threat guy. They're going to have to establish the running game. Rivercrest loves to blitz, and so they've got to be able to pick up the blitz. That's this defense for the Colts. They're going to come after the quarterback. Got to stop that, and as I said, you got to slow down Thomas, and can't forget about Rayner either. That's a wide receiver that catches it, and he'll also run with it some. Keys for Rivercrest tonight, well, these guys are going to have to control the ball. The best defense against Harding Academy is to keep that offense over there on the sideline. So if Rivercrest can just run the ball, control the clock, keep that offense off the field, that'll be a win. Got to stop Hoover. That's the best receiver for Harding Academy. Kyler Hoover, 69 catches, 1,100 yards receiving, 13 touchdowns. And then you got to take care of the ball tonight. Rivercrest, their quarterback, Cavante Washington, has done a good job, but he's thrown 12 interceptions. They cannot throw interceptions tonight or put the ball on the ground.
So Griffin Thomas, the kicker, is going to line things up from the 40-yard line back deep for Rivercrest. You're going to have Michael Rayner, Kobe Turner, and Tequin Sanders. Those will be the deep men for the Rivercrest Colts. We're just about set and ready to go. Glad to have you along wherever you may be across the state of Arkansas for this one. It's the 4A state championship game between Harding Academy and Rivercrest, as one of these two teams will be crowned a 4A champion when the night's over. And we've got kickoff, and it will be returned from the 5-yard line. Kyler Hoover has it. He'll work it up the left side. Has running lanes. Still going. Has one man to beat. And he steps out of bounds. Great return as he'll take it into Harding Academy territory. That was actually Michael Rayner who returned that one up the left side. And so Rivercrest going to have great field position to start this ball game.
I think you saw right there the wind. That's something we haven't talked about. Griffin Thomas was kicking into the wind. Thomas has 78 touchbacks this season. Huge leg, and not even Griffin Thomas could get that into the end zone with this big wind. It's blowing left to right on your TV screen.
So Rivercrest is going to come out as Cavante Washington is the quarterback, 65% passer, 1,853 yards passing, 24 touchdowns and 12 interceptions. He's going to look to go big ball. First play of the game, and he'll overthrow his intended target that time as he was trying to hook up with Michael Rayner.
Not to harp on it, but you just saw the wind again. That ball sailed in the air and went a good 5-7 yards past his receiver. Receiver had a step on the quarterback, but got the excitement, you know, the adrenaline flowing, and then combine that with the big wind. That ball just flew a long way.
2nd down and 10. Kobe Turner, the running back, set to the right of Washington. Looking to throw, comes down into the flats. He had a wide open man down the middle of the field, but that time trying to hook up with Buda Harris, his wide receiver.
And busting coverage, and Rivercrest had a receiver running all alone right down the seam. I mean, nobody went with Jaden Young. You couldn't be any more wide open. That's a touchdown. All you have to do, he could have lobbed that up, make sure you don't overthrow him. He could have underthrown him by 15 yards, and he still would have scored.
So that brings up a 3rd down and 10. Just underway here in the first quarter. As Cavante Washington will go up to the offensive line to change the call. And in motion is Williams. Gonna hand it off. Turner had a small running lane, but that was it. 2-yard pickup. That'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, I think that was a play there that's setting up 4th down. I think that tells me right there they are going to go for it on 4th down. They were trying to make it 4th and manageable. They picked up 2 yards. So that was just, they were just trying to chip away a little bit. See there, kind of a combination tackle. Timothy Roberts was there, the first man there.
Wyatt Lancaster on to punt for Rivercrest.
Surprises me a little bit. I figured on 3rd and 10, when you run it like that, that means you've already told your OC or the head coach knows I'm going to go for it on 4th down.
Harding Academy didn't put anybody back. It was a low punt. That'll take a Rivercrest roll inside the 15 and be down at the 14-yard line. And so that's where Harding Academy will have it 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line for their first drive of the ball game. I'm a little shocked like you are, Wes. I thought, you know, running it there on 3rd and 10 to set them up for a 4th down play, but either way, they're going to pin Harding Academy back at the 14-yard line.
Now they can see if they can stop this potent offense. This is a fun offense to watch. They put up a lot of points all season long, including the playoffs.
There's the stats on Owen Miller. 77% completion percentage, over 3,400 yards passing. He'll have 3 wide receivers in the set. He'll do a throwback this time. Has a man all alone at the 30. And he'll be swarmed under at the 36-yard line. Making the reception that time for Harding Academy, it was Wyatt Simmons.
Yeah, the future Razorback, the Razorback commit, just leaked out of the backfield. Throws it back and just kind of goes against the grain. Everything's going back to the right, and they forget about Wyatt.
On 1st down, they fumble it, but Owen Miller's right there to pick it back up. He's going to work around the right side, got around the block, and was able to get positive yardage.
Yeah, just kind of bobbled the snap, the exchange with the back, and look, that's a great bounce for Harding Academy. He was trying to pull it out of there, and the running back didn't want it. That's Trenton Hall, and there you go. That's our first kind of glimpse of trying to replace Isaac Baker, and you got a new running back in there, and he created a little bit of a problem.
2nd down and 7. Owen Miller just going to run with it. He'll step out of bounds. Got a yard, maybe 2 yards out of it. That'll bring up 3rd down.
Job by the secondary. Everything was pretty much covered up. And the offensive line did a fantastic job of blocking. He had plenty of time to throw, but then there wasn't that running room. I thought the Colts did a good job of just surrounding Miller, and he had to escape outright, not much room to run.
3rd down and 6. Miller rolls to his left, trying to find somebody. Working with his legs now. Gonna run for the 1st down. He'll slide down at the 50. Picked up the 1st down, but boy, he did a lot of running. He came to the near side and then had to go back, and he did get the 1st down, though.
Miller has rushed for 779 yards this season, so he is a willing runner. We've seen that the last 3 plays, just taking off, and nice hit there at the end. Right before, I guess, he took that slide. You're not supposed to hit the quarterback when he goes into that slide, but no flag.
So 1st down and 10 from the 50-yard line. Miller.
Wildcat, no.
That was actually Wyatt Simmons who took it out of the Wildcat, and he took it past the 45 down to the 44.
At that time, they put Miller out in formation as a wide receiver, direct snap to Simmons, and the big back just takes off and runs with it. I've seen a lot of highlights this year, goal line situation, and they'll let Wyatt Simmons carry the ball. This time, they do it at midfield, and he picks up 6.
2nd down and 4, 3 receivers in the set to the top side. As Owen Miller's going to look to throw, but we've got whistles and penalty flags.
There's a flag on the field.
A false start on false start. Offense.
We heard his mic for a second, then he turned it off.
Well, I think that, you know, these guys use the earpieces and the microphones. I think he hit the wrong button. I think he was trying to talk to the crew, and he talked to everybody in the stadium. So it brings up a 2nd down and 9 with the ball at the 49-yard line. 3 receivers on the top side of your screen, 2 to the near side. Now they're going to flip it over, and they're going to move a receiver down to the bottom part of your screen. Short pass, they work it back into the hands of City. City's got a running lane, and he'll get knocked out of bounds inside the 30-yard line down to the 28.
Just a nice wide receiver screen. Blockers out there. They pick up a couple key blocks for City, and he picks up a 1st down.
Working quickly goes Harding Academy. 8:58 to play in the quarter. Gonna hand it off, and not much running room right there, as all's going to be taken down, and so that'll bring up a 2nd down and 9.
It's pretty much a horse collar tackle by, not a horse collar, but he grabbed him up by the neck. Jeb Brigance makes the tackle up high, throws the running back down.
2nd down and 9. Owen Miller's alone in the backfield. Look to throw, going big ball across the middle of the field, has a man all alone in the end zone, touchdown. That was Kyler Hoover.
Hoover beat man-to-man coverage, beat it easily. Only chance the defensive back had was to try to undercut it, knock it down. But the throw from Owen Miller was on the money, over the top of the secondary, the defender, and just like that, Hoover and Miller strike once again. Hoover had 13 touchdowns this season. Make it 14. Won a game just about.
Griffin Thomas on to kick the extra point. He's 78 of 82 on extra points this year. Kick is up, and it is good. And with 8:23 to play in the 1st quarter, Harding Academy, they lead 7-0. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Football Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
We all know the best ways to take care of our teeth, like brushing twice a day and flossing once a day. But there's another small thing you can do that protects your teeth in a big way. If you or your child is involved in contact sports, wearing a mouth guard is important to protect teeth. Mouth guards cover teeth and gums to prevent and reduce injury to teeth, lips, and gums. There are several varieties of mouth guards, so you can find one that is affordable and easy to use. A mouth guard should fit properly, be durable and easy to clean, and not restrict speech or breathing. Talk with your dentist about which mouth guard is best for you or your child's needs. At Delta Dental of Arkansas, we're proud to be the champions of your smile. For more helpful oral health tips and information, visit www.deltadentalar.com.
Okay, Frisbee, let's remember, it's one bark for true and no barks for false. Arkansas PBS is Arkansas's largest classroom.
Bark!
Frisbee didn't eat my slippers. Oh, Frisbee, how could you?
No, I'm sorry, Miss House. I was gonna tell you, but it slipped my mind.
Please don't let it slip your mind and donate to Arkansas PBS today.
Bark!
The Arkansas Department of Health is proud to support, spotlight, and celebrate Arkansas student athletes and Arkansas PBS sports. Escape the vape. Learn more about the hazards of vaping at projectprevent.org.
Here is the kickoff, and it will be taken down at the 1-yard line and brought up by Rayner. Rayner's going to get it out to the 18. He'll be taken down right there as coming up with the stop for Harding Academy. That was Josiah Joneshill. And so that will be where Rivercrest has it, 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. 8 plays, 86 yards on that last drive for Harding Academy, Wes.
Yeah, that was very efficient, clicking right down the field. And the Rivercrest Colts are going to have to make some adjustments because Harding Academy can throw it. And if you didn't know it, Owen Miller's a good quarterback, good touch on the ball. They're going to have to focus on shutting that down.
Washington going to look to throw as he was trying to hook up with Buda Harris, and it went off his hands, but good coverage that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down on the coverage for Harding Academy. That was Jack City.
Yeah, he did it again. He had a big play on offense. That time he was beat probably a couple of yards behind, but the quarterback underthrew it a little bit, and that allowed City to get back, knock the ball away.
So that brings up 2nd down and 10. Rivercrest is going to have 4 wide receivers in the formation. Running back is going to be Kobe Turner. He'll line up to the left of Washington. Washington rolling under pressure, and it's intercepted. Taken that time by Wyatt Simmons, and he'll be taken down at the 10-yard line.
Simmons just sitting there in that zone coverage. Quarterback tries to throw back. Don't throw back across the field. Wyatt Simmons trailing. And if it's not for the big offensive lineman and the quarterback, Wyatt Simmons is going to score right there. Give a little credit to Timothy Roberts. He's the one who put the pressure on the quarterback to cause the ill-advised throw. And watch out, Rivercrest. Harding Academy's at the 10, ready to make this a 14-0 game.
Those numbers for Wyatt Simmons, who will be headed to the University of Arkansas.
He needs to get a quick breather because he runs the ball a lot down here inside the red zone. I wouldn't be surprised to see 10 back in the game as soon as he catches his breath.
So Harding Academy will have it at the 10-yard line. Owen Miller brings a man in motion as he's going to give it to Hall. Hall's going to make it inside the 10, and he'll be taken down at the 8-yard line.
Hall, he had 24 carries coming into this game.
Yeah.
Just stepping in, coming over from his defensive side to play running back for the injured Isaac Baker and being asked to do a lot.
Owen Miller trying to do something with his legs, and he'll get thrown out of bounds after picking up a couple yards. He's going to be slung down at the 7-yard line.
Kylan Sanders came over that time, made the tackle, threw him out of bounds. Miller, that time, we've seen him be a willing runner. That time, I thought he could have taken off a little sooner, but he was wanting to throw it on that play. He was hoping his receiver in the end zone would break open, get free. Just never could shake the defender, so reluctantly that time, he took off and picked up a yard.
Ball at the 7-yard line. 5 receivers in the formation. Miller rolling right, has a man. He'll catch it at the 4 and walk into the end zone untouched. Coming up with it was Jack City.
Boy, they set that up perfectly. Had blockers. You count them 1, 2, 3, 4 blockers. He wasn't touched. He goes in untouched. All you got to do is deliver that ball and walk into the end zone, making it look easy.
So on to kick the extra point is going to be Griffin Thomas. And the kick is up and good. And Harding Academy with 7:32 to play here in the first quarter. They lead it 14-0. Boy, this offense for Harding Academy has been really, really good in this opener.
Pressed by City. I think he's the holder also, and that snap was low, kind of came in on the ground. He was able to scoop it up and get the hold down, but he's already made a play on defense. He's got 2 receptions, 1 for a touchdown. So a great start for him and for these Wildcats.
3 plays, 10 yards in 31 seconds. That's pretty impressive.
One of the keys to the game, take care of the ball. Rivercrest is failing at that right now. ArkAir is proud to sponsor Arkansas PBS Sports. The ArkAir network of medical clinics and pharmacies helps to keep you in the game playing your best. ArkAir, so you can live your story.
7:32 to play left here in the first quarter. 14-0. Harding Academy leads it. We'll check in with Kyle Deckelbaum here on the sidelines here in a moment. But really, if you're Rivercrest, I mean, I'm not saying you got to panic, but you got to find some rhythm or something with their offense.
Oh, when you struggle offensively, you got to get back to the basics. And to me, the basics for this team is running the ball. I would make sure Kobe Turner touches it at least twice in this possession. See if you can't get that big back going.
Ball's going to go out of bounds at around the 7-yard line. And so Rivercrest is going to get pretty decent field position for their 3rd drive of the ball game.
On the kicking team. Ball will be placed at the 35. First down.
There's a look at our officials for tonight's game. And before this drive, let's check in with Kyle Deckelbaum on the sidelines. Kyle.
Well, guys, how about Wyatt Simmons as advertised, a big linebacker, number 10 for this Harding Academy defense that we've talked about a lot. And Wes, you alluded to the fact that he is a future Razorback, but such an amazing story. You go back last year, his first as a linebacker, he had no offers outside of his dad, who, by the way, had a pretty good day up in Searcy. Wyatt had no social media even. He publishes 1 video of him playing linebacker, and I urge you to go scroll through his social media from like May 9th through 20th over the summer and look at all the offers that started pouring in after that 1 video. I mean, you talk about bursting onto the scene. 14 Power 5 offers. Coach Evans calls him one of the fastest linebackers he's ever seen, and in this era of NIL and shiny things, guys, the one thing he'll remember from all of his college visits, he said, was the food.
Thank you, Kyle. Here's a running play, and it's Turner who's able to get very near a first down. They are going to give him the first down, and just like that, Wes, they're sticking it to the ground right now, and Turner gets him a first down.
And while Kyle was talking, Wyatt Simmons made the tackle on first down against the quarterback. That time the running back bounced it outside and couldn't get there to make that tackle, but that's what I was talking about. You want to get Turner going right there.
First down and 10. Back to Turner they go. There's a log jam in the middle of the field, but he was still able to pick up a few yards to bring up second down.
Well, Griffin on the tackle. Look, there wasn't a whole lot there, but he still picked up 3 yards. Now 2.5. They're going to mark it back a little bit. Establish that run game right now. Settle down the offense. And look, also settle down your defense. Give them, I know some of these guys go 2 ways, but this defense needs to regroup for the next time Harding Academy gets the ball.
Second down and 8. And I hand it to Turner. He's hit immediately and got back to the line of scrimmage, but that was it. And that'll bring up third down, as that was Myers, Brody Myers, who came in to make the stop.
Yeah, he came in on a blitz, was in the backfield, met him in the backfield, and hung on. You can see there how strong Turner is. That was a big hit. Turner was still able to fight forward, get back to the line of scrimmage.
Third down, looking to go big ball, middle of the field. He's got a man down at the 20. He's taken down inside the 10 at the 9-yard line. Coming up with the reception that time, it was Rayner.
Well, that was an awesome route. Just an awesome little double move, turned the defensive back around. Rayner's got 12 touchdowns on the season receiving, 9 more on the ground. We've already seen now that's 2 big plays. Very speedy, but good route running too to get that wide open.
Mark him down at the 14. Turner running the football right side. Stays on his feet, ball comes out.
Simmons pulled it out.
Harding Academy's going to come up with it, They say that they got it right before it went out of bounds. They're going to have it at the 20-yard line. It was Alex Jones who came up with it.
Yeah, Simmons rips it out, reaches in. This is what they teach you. You got the running back stood up. You got people holding him up. Just pull it out. That's exactly what Simmons did. Look at him right here. 10. Yanks it out. Ball's loose. And Jones falls on it right before the sideline. Gets it. He looks up right there at the side judge.
By the way, did you notice on the officiating crew that on the graphic that popped up, James Rouse is on this officiating crew. Probably still one of the fastest guys on the field right now.
I bet so. No problems keeping up with these guys. That's a good, I mean, once again, they can't have turnovers. They just couldn't afford to have turnovers against this team, and that's 2 out of their first 3 drives.
So it's 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Harding Academy is going to go 5 wide on this first down. Owen Miller going to look to throw. Can't find anybody, and he's just going to run out of bounds at the marker.
Kavion Williams again, running him out of bounds. Not much there. No gain on the play. Thought maybe he'd just dump it to the wide receiver on the sideline and pick up 2-3 yards, but Miller wanted to run with it and punish somebody. That was a good hit on the sideline.
2nd down and 10.
Miller goes out in formation.
Going to throw a backwards pass. Miller's going to look to throw across the middle of the field. It goes off the hands of Jack City. There's a flag on the play. Back over at the 31-yard line.
May have grabbed him. I see 2 different flags. All kinds of things going on that play. They moved Miller out in formation, and just a quick little pass behind the line of scrimmage, behind the quarterback, so he can throw it again. A little jump ball. Hey, Colts defender did a good job of getting up and making that one difficult to catch.
On the defense, 10-yard penalty. Results in 1st down.
That's probably one of those. It's a good flag to where he's beat, and so he just grabs him to make sure he doesn't get loose for a touchdown and just take the 10-yard penalty instead of giving up a big play.
So it's a 1st down and 10 from the 30-yard line. 3 receivers in the set. Wing back off the left side. Gonna hand it off. That is Hall, and he'll take it out shy of the 35-yard line. I'll bring up 2nd down.
Ebergance on the tackle. Got to let Rivercrest know, hey, we're still going to run it from time to time. You can't just play the pass, because right now Rivercrest is just, they've been rushing 4 and dropping 7 into coverage. Harding Academy offensive line has been doing a great job.
Here's a pass play, works right side, and that's in the hands of City, and he'll get out of bounds.
Slayton pushed him out of bounds that time. Marcus Slayton, 86 tackles on the year, but it was the broken tackle that allowed him to get the 1st down or close to the 1st down. Looked like that play wasn't going for much, but breaks the tackle and picks up 8-9 yards.
3rd down and 1. They give it to Hall, and Hall's going to get the 1st down and a little bit more as he'll take it out around the 43-yard line.
Gantz again on the tackle there with Lancaster. Picks up the 1st down, moves the chains. Harding Academy going quickly here, already over the ball, ready to go.
5 wide in the formation. Miller going to work it over to the flats to Hoover. He'll work around one receiver screen, and then he'll take it out to the 49-yard line.
Kobe Turner on the tackle, the running back, playing defense. That time Hoover got it and was almost tackled by his own man. He caught it and he got upfield quickly, and he almost ran into one of his teammates that was blocking for him.
Able to pick up 6 yards on that play. Now Miller going to look to go big ball all alone down the 20-yard line. He'll easily walk into the end zone for a touchdown. Once again, that's Jack City.
Have a ball game. That's 3 catches already. And we saw him on defense.
Yeah.
Very impressive. Not one of their leading receivers coming into the game, but he is putting on a show right now.
Jack City only had 3 touchdowns coming into this game. 6 plays, 80 yards that time. But man, he's having a heck of a ball game. On the kick, Griffin Thomas. It's up. It hits off the goalpost and is no good. And so with that, with 3:41 to play here in the first quarter, Harding Academy leads it 22-0. Hey, I want to give a shout out to a 5A state champion head coach Brad Bolding, who's watching the broadcast tonight. He's texting in, watching the broadcast. So I want to say hello and congratulations to him for winning the 5A state championship.
He texted you?
Yeah, he texted.
He didn't text me. Well, okay. Guess he wasn't happy with the broadcast I had last week of Parkview game. Conway Regional Health System is proud to support, spotlight, and celebrate Arkansas student athletes and Arkansas PBS sports. Since 1921, Conway Regional Health System has provided complete health care services to the growing communities of North Central Arkansas. For more information, visit conwayregional.org. Is that the only thing Harding Academy, only mistake they've made tonight? The missed extra point?
Well, he fumbled it briefly, but I wouldn't really call it a mistake because they were able to get some positive yardage out of it. But yeah, I mean, outside of that, yeah. It's 20-0 as Griffin Thomas is going to come on to kick. It'll be a short kick, sky kick. It's going to be in the middle of 3 people. Rivercrest will just fall on it down at the 22, and that's where they'll have it 1st and 10.
Obi Turner. That was could have been a disaster. Actually, that wasn't 2. That was 6. Jaden Young. No, that's just almost like an onside kick. You go down there and kick it into a wide open space, and if they don't fall on it quick enough, those Wildcats were closing quickly.
See that those first 3 drives: punt, interception, fumble. And that's the first 3 drives for Rivercrest. They've got to find something, some type of offense.
47 yards so far.
So Washington will work out the pistol set. He'll give it to Turner. And Turner gets taken down at the 24-yard line.
See Simmons at the bottom of that pile. I don't know if he made the first stop, but he was in on the tackle along with Griffin. Just getting it done on both sides of the ball right now.
4 receivers in the set. As Washington's going to look to throw. And he'll throw it behind his intended target that time as he was trying to hook up with Faxon.
Once again, the quarterback's just under pressure. I mean, Harding Academy is getting after the quarterback, and he just doesn't have time to throw. I mean, he's setting up. They rolled him out that time to try to buy him some time, but the Harding Academy defender was there chasing him down in his face, and that caused the errant throw.
So now you got a 3rd down and 7. 4 receivers in the set. Washington going to look to throw. Going left side. Did he catch it? No, but there's a penalty flag down at the 40-yard line. They were trying to hook up with Michael Rayner.
Just a great idea. Great play call. When you're struggling, you got to go to your playmakers.
Pass interference on the defense. 15 yards. 1st down.
And we've seen Rayner's their playmaker. Yeah. We've seen him now beat coverage. This is the 3rd time. And he was wide open, underthrows his receiver, so he's coming back for the ball and gets
He's actually hit. He's coming out of the ball game right now saying his shoulder's hurting him, and so he's going to come over on the sideline and get the trainers to look at him.
You saw how he kind of fell diving for that ball awkwardly on that shoulder. Not good.
4 receivers in the formation as Washington's going to try to throw, finds a man as he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That time it was Jaden Young who made the reception. So Alex Jones up for the stop for Harding Academy. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 4 now for Rivercrest.
I got to give some love to Kanan Harris. He's wearing 55 today. I had him as 0. 55's been making plays all over the field, but I didn't know who 55 was. We got the corrected roster. Kanan's been playing great.
Here's Turner on a
cue.
2nd down and run.
Thank you, 55. Kanan Harris just crashing in from that end spot. That's fun. You know, some of our rosters haven't always been accurate, and I had a roster with him at 55 and then another roster wearing number 0, and so I scratched out the 55 and put in 0, and I couldn't find 55 anywhere.
3rd down and 1. Under 2 minutes to play in this one.
I don't
go with the hard count. Everybody for Harding Academy jumped.
So a lot of coaches, they'll pull the player who jumps off sides.
Encroachment. Defense. 1st down.
So do you pull the entire defensive line for that, or do they get a pass since all of them jumped?
So that will put the ball into Harding Academy territory as they'll mark it down at the 47-yard line. 1st down and 10. Washington's going to have Turner lined up to his right. Washington's going to look to throw. On right side, and we've got a penalty flag. That time trying to hook up with Jaden Young. And you got obvious pass interference that time by Harding Academy.
That's been their most successful plays. The receivers are able to outrun the Wildcats defensive backs, and then the quarterback underthrows the receiver.
Pass interference.
And they
defense. 15-yard penalty. 1st down.
That classic, you know, deep ball that's underthrown, receiver coming back, defensive back doesn't know where the ball is and runs into the receiver. Easy call. That's twice it's happened on this drive.
Time the offender for Harding Academy, it was Camden Pryor.
I think that wind maybe is messing with Cavante Washington. Remember the first drive, he threw one way over a receiver's head. Now he's throwing everything short.
I hand it off to Turner this time. Just trying to make something out of nothing. He just does not have any running lanes right now as he takes it to the 30-yard line.
Wyatt Simmons on the tackle. They've got to establish the running game. They have to get Turner going. They just haven't been able to do anything. Not much at all with Turner. Right now, Turner's got 7 carries and 11 yards. But, you know, I know that, and everybody else knows that, and so Harding Academy's defense knows that. They're focused on Turner.
4 wide in the formation. Washington going to look to throw. He'll go right side, and he overthrows his intended target. That time trying to hook up with Buda Harris.
I think Buda lost the ball in the lights.
Yeah.
I don't think it was that bad of a throw, and he never found it. And once it hit the ground right near him, I think that's when he put his hands up in the air like, oh my gosh, I never saw it.
I think you're right, Wes. I think he just couldn't find it in the lights. Either way, it's going to bring up a 3rd down now and 9 for Rivercrest.
Got to think this is 4-down territory. Don't have to get the whole thing right here.
Washington going to look to throw again. Right side, and he sends it too high, trying to find Rayner that time.
Hey, Luke Hewitt made a heck of a play. Hewitt comes in, gets a hand up at the last second. See if he gets a hand on the ball. What a play.
So that brings up a 4th down now.
Good to see Rayner back in there too.
Yeah. We go 4 wide in the formation. Washington brings a man in motion. That's Young.
Tried to get him with the hard count. They learned their lesson.
Now they're going to split Turner out to the right side of the formation to call a timeout.
That play clock was almost out.
Well, while they take a timeout, that will give us a chance to check in with Kyle Deckelbaum for a sideline report with 58 seconds remaining here in the quarter. Kyle.
Hands on hips here for sure in this Rivercrest sidelines. I think they realize how big this play is, and you know just how frustrating they were driving that last time, and to watch the ball just sit there pretty much on the sidelines. Head coach Johnny Fleming was yelling at the line judge James Prouskice, basically saying that his foot was out of bounds, but I think he was, you know, just sort of arguing to try to keep it in any way he could. But, you know, you guys have talked a lot about Kobe Turner. Neat thing is he is the younger brother of former Colts quarterback Cam, who we all remember, began his college career up in Jonesboro. Really good, really low to the ground. Neat thing about Kobe, too, he is cousins with fullback Marcus Slayton, who could not wait, guys, to get out here and hit somebody today. I was talking with head coach Johnny Fleming before the game. He said Marcus Slayton is a freshman when they were here, gets hurt the week of the title game, just kind of horsing around in the home locker room. 5 stitches, misses the game. Needless to say, he could not wait to play here.
Thank you, Kyle. You know, one thing about that last title game back in 2010 for Rivercrest. Kyle talked about Cam Turner. Cam Turner was actually running down the ramp to come onto the field and twisted his ankle as he came onto the field. He didn't get to finish the game because the ankle was bothering him so much. So it's 4th down. Washington gonna look to throw. He's under pressure and he goes down. Goes down. Coming up with
Harris was the first one through, and that's what caused him to pull the ball down. And then Timothy Roberts cleans it up. Just flies through. Roberts from behind. That's 3 guys in the backfield. Never had a chance to get that ball off. Unfortunately for Rivercrest, Raynor wasn't out there. I was watching during the timeout. He's on the sideline now, sitting on the bench. He was holding that shoulder again. He tried to go out there and make a play, but I don't know if he's going to, how effective he's going to be if he can come back out there. As a receiver, it's hard. I mean, you got to get your hands in the air. You know, you got to go up and try to get the ball. Right now, that shoulder's bothering him a lot.
Only 54 seconds left here in the first quarter. It's 20-0. Harding Academy leads it as they're going to go 4 wide, 5 wide in the formation. Now they'll bring Hall into the backfield.
Got a gentle shove from Owen Miller as he hands it off. I've seen a couple teams do that in goal line situations where the quarterback will hand it off and just kind of push forward his back to pick up that needed yard around the goal line. I don't know if I've ever seen it on 1st and 10 from the 39.
Every yard counts, right? So Harding Academy going to go 5 wide. They'll look back over to their sideline for a play. Down to 26 seconds left in the first quarter. Owen Miller's going to look to throw. Rolling right, still looking. As a man, 2 men, but it's intercepted. Taken down at the 20-yard line. Coming up with the interception, it was Jacavian Williams who came up with the pick.
Ball was underthrown. You can blame that one on the wind if you're Owen Miller. He had the receiver breaking loose, kind of a scramble drill where he goes deep. The other receiver, City, was also broke it up and was going to go deep and didn't realize he was running towards one of his teammates. But just a great play from the Colts to get that much-needed turnover. They could not afford to let Harding Academy drive down and make this 27-0 or 28-0. They go for 2. So they got the huge turnover, but now they got to find a way to get on the board.
1st and 10 with 4 wide in the formation. They give it to Turner. Trying to find something. He'll get about 3 yards on the play, and that should take us to the end of the first quarter.
Look at all the bodies, the white shirts there, rallying to the ball. I think there were 5 guys there to help bring Turner down.
I think leading the way that time was Brody Myers. So that's going to do it for the first quarter. We're Harding Academy. They lead it 20-0, and you're watching the Centennial Bank State Football Finals on Arkansas PBS Sports.
Looks like we have some new help in the marketing department.
Action! Hi, I'm Susie Everett with Everett Buick GMC. I think you need to work on your line better. How about you do it? Family-owned, customer-friendly. Family-owned, no friendly. Come see us at Everett Buick GMC, I-30 at Alcoa exit. Buckle up, everybody!
Broadcast of this championship game is made possible by
Give your family a once-in-a-lifetime experience at the Little Rock Zoo, at Arkansas's largest lantern festival. Glow wild at the Little Rock Zoo. After dark, bring your family to a radiant wonderland where imagination sparks. Discover 40 new lighted mystical creatures and returning favorites at Glow Wild, a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Over 2,500 team members across 17 local electric distribution co-ops, powering homes, farms, and industries somewhere across Arkansas. We are the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Power and people.
When you choose Conway Regional, you're choosing a healthcare partner rooted in your community. With 9 primary care locations in 5 counties, we believe in building lasting relationships centered on trust and personalized care. Let our family care for yours.
Vaping addicts you to nicotine and can prematurely age your lungs to those of a 70-year-old. Don't get lost in the fog. Learn more about the hazards of vaping at projectpreventar.org.
Southern Loft is a proud sponsor of Arkansas PBS. It is our mission to tell your story by adding color with our furniture. And that's why Southern Loft is a different kind of furniture store. For more information, go to mysouthernloft.com.
Let's give a little love to Hugh Tees out of Mayflower. He is the Arkansas PBS Student All-Star. Offensive lineman, the junior with a 4.0 GPA. He plans to be a mechanic one day.
Here we go on second down. They swing it out to the right side. That time it was Jaden Young, and Young's going to get very close to a first down.
That was a backwards pass, too.
Yeah.
I thought maybe they had something, trick play up their sleeve.
So they're going to be a yard shy of the first down, so bring up 3rd and 1.
Brought the receiver in motion, went with a hard count, trying to get them to jump.
Gonna hand it to Turner. He's just got nowhere to go. They have lost a yard on the play to bring up 4th down.
See Timothy Roberts there, Kenyon Harris again. This defensive line has dominated.
Been really good. Really,
they dominate. Yeah. They're putting pressure on the quarterback. They're shutting down Turner. Turner now with 9 carries, 16 yards. Washington's lost 7, so as a team right now, they've got 9 yards rushing.
Wow. So it's 4th down and 1, and Rivercrest is going to go for it.
You know they're bringing pressure.
Going to pitch it to Turner, right side. He's going to get the first down barely. I mean, it's only by about a yard, but either way he got it as he went out of bounds at the 30.
Camden Pryor on the tackle, getting him out of bounds, but he did a great job of getting off of the block and almost stopped him short of the first down. But they went outside that time. You know, Harding Academy is just dominating the box right now. There's no room to run up the middle, so they're trying to get outside and pick something up.
First down and 10. 3 receivers in the formation. Turner lined up to the left of Washington. Going to hand it off to Young on the end around. Young just has nowhere to go. Got a couple yards on the play. And this defense, Wes, you've mentioned it. They swarm to the football. You just don't have one guy going heads up. You've got 2 and 3 guys every time.
Wyatt Simmons and Brody Myers on that tackle, but they have one of those defenses that it appears that they have 13 guys back there, because you break one tackle and you think, okay, he's about to do something after breaking that tackle. There's another one. He breaks that. There's another one. They're just hats flying to the ball, swarming defense.
2nd down. Washington has to reverse field using his legs this time. He'll get past the 35.
Timothy Roberts missed the tackle in the very beginning, and he kept that motor running and comes all the way back and ends up making the tackle from behind.
So they'll be about 2 yards shy of the first down to bring up a 3rd down.
3rd down and 2.
Well, they went for it once on 4th down, so I figure they'll do it again. So you got 2 downs to make 2 yards.
Ball is at the 38-yard line. Devontae Washington is working out of the pistol set with Turner behind him. They give it to Turner. He'll get the first down and more as he gets past the 45, and he'll be drugged down at the 43.
That's his best run of the night. Pryor makes that tackle for Harding Academy. He broke a couple of tackles and gets the ball near midfield.
Ball's going to be at the 48-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Rivercrest.
That was a 10-yard run for Turner. He's had a lot of those this year, but that's been his best of the game.
Hand it to Turner. Looks to the left side. Gets out of one tackle. works it into Harding Academy territory, and he'll be taken down to 47.
Luke Hewitt finally brings him down, but he broke 2 tackles that time. He broke one near the line of scrimmage and breaks another one from the defensive back, jumps out of that tackle, and back-to-back good runs for Turner. Maybe they're getting him going now.
Clock rolling at 8:30 and counting as we've got a 2nd down and 4 from the 47-yard line. Two receivers to the near side. As Washington's going to try to keep it himself. He'll cross the 45, get down to the 44. He'll be about 2 yards shy of the 1st down here on 3rd down.
Sam Swindle on that tackle. Swindle at the bottom of that pile from his defensive line spot. That's been the thing. How many times have we called a defensive lineman? You know, Wyatt Simmons has made a lot of tackle from his linebacker spot, but these defensive linemen have made a lot of tackles.
Handed to Turner again. He'll have running lanes out past the 30, inside the 20, inside the 10, and knocked out of bounds. As he'll be knocked out at the 5-yard line.
Jack City knocked him out of bounds. City with another big play, but you're seeing Turner, they came on a run blitz. Simmons blitzed that time, and once he got past the line of the scrimmage, there aren't any linebackers there. He breaks another tackle, and he's down the sideline for another big gain for Turner. Finally getting loose. Turner.
Ball at the 4, they're going to give it to Turner again. He'll cut it back in, touchdown. Kobe Turner on the touchdown run from 4 yards out. And Rivercrest is on the board.
That's 44 yards of that drive were by Turner. 40-yard run, then the 4-yard run, and we all of a sudden see a different Turner. I mean, this back is cutting, he's juking, he's making guys miss, he's breaking tackles. It's a different looking running back than we saw the first quarter. This was a different, it looked like a totally different guy that changed jerseys and put on the number 2 jersey. That was a fantastic looking running back, that drive.
Josh Johnson on to kick the extra point for Rivercrest. As the kick is away, and it is good. And with 7:26 to play here in the first half, Harding Academy leads at 20-7. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Football Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
For every moment, for every memory, from that first car to your first home, to your first child, and all the highs and lows that tomorrow might bring. For everything that matters most to you and your family, there's someone right around the corner dedicated to helping you protect what you love. Your local Farm Bureau Insurance agent. Farm Bureau Insurance. Real service, real people.
What's the best thing about a passport? Freedom. You know you can grab it and go someplace inspiring, someplace romantic, someplace unexpected. When you support your PBS station, you can enjoy PBS Passport, a member benefit that lets you stream great performances. Masterpiece. All your favorites when and where you want them. Oh my God. Go online to make a qualifying contribution, and away you go.
The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas, through their 17 electric distribution cooperatives throughout Arkansas, is proud to support, spotlight, and celebrate Arkansas student athletes and Arkansas PBS Sports. For more information, visit aecc.com.
That last drive, 11 plays, 81 yards in 4 minutes and 48 seconds for Rivercrest as they're on the board. It's 20-7. Harding Academy leads it.
Much needed drive by the Colts. I wonder, out of those 81 yards, how many Turner had? No, he had the last 44, and he had a 10-yard run in there, and well, I bet he had 50, 60 of those yards. That was a very good, got a penalty. They've been offsides. That was a good drive by that offensive line and Turner. Marching everybody back. He'll re-kick this.
Yeah, waiting on the call. I guess he didn't announce it, so
He did, but he's way back here.
Yeah. So
it was one of the officials here in the middle made the call up to the press box. They did an illegal procedure, but I guess one of the kickoff coverage guys crossed the line of scrimmage before the kicker kicked it.
So they'll move the ball to the 35-yard line. 7:26 to play left here in the first half as Harding Academy leads at 20-7. Josh Johnson going to kick it off as he'll put a foot into it, and it will be taken by City at the 21. It'll be taken down at the 36, and that's where Harding Academy will have it 1st and 10 to start this drive here in the second half.
It's Kerry Bonner on that tackle for the special teams. Kept him from getting too much further down. Got him down at the 36. Now the defense needs to step up. Your offense just got you some points. It's a good Rivercrest defense throughout the year. They got to find a way to get off the field. Last time they got off the field with an interception. Find a way to get your offense back on the field and get into this game.
Owen Miller going to throw left side. And he got it to McGalliard. That's his first catch of the ball game as he's going to pick up about 3 yards.
Jaden Young made a heck of a play. The defensive back from Rivercrest is getting blocked, fights off that block, sheds it, and then makes the tackle.
5 wide set for Harding Academy. Owen Miller going to throw again. Going down the left side of the field. It's caught down at the 20-yard line. It's going to be taken in for a touchdown. Kyler Hoover was able to catch it. It went between a defender's hands. He was able to juggle it around, come up with the catch, and it's a touchdown.
I thought Rivercrest had another interception. Just undercut it, went up, and the safety misread the ball and went over his hands right to Hoover. And the concentration from Hoover, that's tough. That's very difficult. Watch it right here as the defender comes right in front of him, goes through his hands. I think he did touch it. He tapped it just a little bit. But Hoover with the concentration, the juggling catch, brings it in. Another great angle. Yes, it's off his hands. Hoover somehow finds a way to bring it in, bobbling for the score. Now we're going for 2.
So Owen Miller, they missed the extra point earlier. He'll throw the back of the end zone. It's no good. And so with 6:50 left here in the half, it's 26-7. I was looking down. Cash Spann was the one that was on the deflection for Rivercrest, and you got to think he's like, man, it's just so close that time. And either way, Harding Academy goes up 26-7 with 6:50 to play here in the first half. Let's check in with Kyle Deckelbaum down the sidelines. Kyle.
Guys, that was such an amazing catch by Hoover. You know, the thing about him, he's never not known being in this game. When you think about his career, pretty outstanding. He is an even better baseball player, and he's going to go play next year at the college just across the T-line on the campus there in Searcy. But I tell you what, guys, when Rivercrest had scored there, that was about as upset as you'll see a coach watching Neil Evans here on the sidelines, just grumbling to, I think, nobody in particular, just absolute frustration. So to see his team respond like that, you can imagine the excitement from him.
I was told, speaking of Hoover playing baseball for Harding Academy, these two teams played for the baseball state title this year. So it's the second time Rivercrest and Harding Academy have played for a title in the last, 6 months?
Yeah. Well, they have not been any strength, by the way.
Yeah, the leg of Griffin Thomas, now that he has the wind. That's how you know, in golf we talk about, is that a 2-club wind? Is that going to knock it down 20 yards, 30 yards? So Griffin Thomas has been kicking off going into the wind, and it's been around the 5-yard line. He's kicking it. That time he kicked it through the end zone, so that's about a 20-yard wind, I will say.
Well, I mean, and maybe we can get a shot of the flags. I mean, these things are really blowing here at War Memorial Stadium, and so got a good leg. If you got a good leg, you're going to kick that thing into the bleachers.
Well, in warm-ups, he was making 50-yard field goals. Then they put him back at 53, and he made one.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. Rivercrest back out onto playing surface. They give it to Turner again. He'll get it past the 20 out to the 21-yard line.
See what kind of adjustments Harding Academy is able to make after Hoover, or after the last drive. Turner had such a productive drive. I think he ended up with 48 of the 81 yards. No, 58 of the 81 yards. So that was a big drive by Turner, but that time they stopped him only 2 yards.
2nd down and 8. As Turner will line up to the right of Washington. Down to 6 on the play clock. Washington will try to work around a block. He'll get it past the 25, out of bounds at the 26-yard line.
With Brody again. Brody Myers comes all the way out to the sideline to make that tackle. So a lot of hustle.
And once again, that defensive line, that play was originally designed to go to that right side, and he just had it all sealed off, and he had to revert back and come back to the other side. Washington out of the shotgun will have a wingback set to the right. A run straight up the middle, has nowhere to go.
There he is again, Kenyon Harris. Just comes in from that defensive line spot. First guy in the backfield. Just creating havoc all night long.
Washington just doesn't have time. I mean, he didn't have time to run it. He didn't have time to throw it. This defensive line has done a really, really good job getting the penetration in the backfield.
Oh, we've talked about Timothy Roberts, Sam Swindle. I mean, they've all been in there making plays.
Washington throws across the middle, trying to hook up with Jacavian Williams.
Alex Jones almost picked that off. He was in perfect position, came underneath, got he got both hands on it. Just couldn't pull it in, but forces the 4th down and a punt from Rivercrest. And keep in mind, they're punting into that wind. Let's see. I don't even think Harding Academy is sending anybody deep. That was 4th down. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, that was on 4th. Well, the stick said 3rd down, so I guess they just never switched it. So either way, here's Owen Miller. Miller going to look to run, and he'll go out of bounds at the 22-yard line. Right before that drive, the stick on that far side still flashed 3rd down. And either way, though, it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 6 now for Harding Academy.
Miller had somebody breaking open free in the end zone, but decided to tuck and run it.
They throw it to City. City will cut it back upfield, inside the 10, inside the 5, and he'll be taken down at the 1.
Almost got into the end zone again. Williams brings him down just short of the goal line. But look at this move right here. Whoop, see ya. Takes it back, cuts it up the middle. Inside the 10, the ball just hits right there at the goal line, near the goal line.
Owen Miller gonna hand it off straight ahead to Hall. He's in for the touchdown. Trenton Hall in for the touchdown, and it's now 32-7.
That was power. Wasn't a whole lot there. He just put his head down, got low. Good forward lean, and just falls into the end zone. 3 plays, 26 yards, 24 seconds. That failed 4th down conversion cost Rivercrest then.
Now we've got whistles.
The previous play is under further review.
Well, we'll have to take a look at the replay and see.
So the booth can radio down to the officials on any scoring play. And so they must have seen something that they didn't like.
Well, when I was watching our replay of it, you couldn't really tell where the ball was and if he got across the goal line. I was a little surprised with the angle we had that they called it a touchdown so quickly. Sometimes it's just obvious. You know, we're so far away, we don't have an angle. And there wasn't a whole lot of delay from the side judge coming in with the touchdown. And I was watching it, I was like, well, huh.
So as they make their way over to look at this one. And here's a look at the touchdown run. And
you can't tell.
I think they were looking at that knee.
I think he's in. I think the ball's in when his knee hits the ground, but you can't tell from that angle. And you know, these goal line, these touchdowns are hard to review because we don't have a goal line camera. You know, you see it in college or at the NFL, a camera right down the goal line. Now they even have these pylon cameras that give you the perfect angle, and it's just tough.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. Touchdown.
As he said, stands. You know, because they didn't have the video evidence to confirm it, so they just keep it.
Maybe next year Arkansas PBS can get those pylon cams.
Well, Bobby said he would do it, but it was going to take away our paychecks.
Oh, well.
We would have to do the games for free.
Yep, we're going to have to just not get the pylon cams. So it's 32-7 as Griffin Thomas is going to come on for the extra point.
How far up the stands will he kick this one?
Go about 18 rows up.
That's about halfway up, wasn't it?
Got a nice kick, and so that'll take the count to 33-7 with 5:01 to play here in the quarter. As Harding Academy, they are in full control of this one here in the 4A state championship game.
At Wendy's, we're focused on what matters. That's why we've made our hamburger square. When you want to experience the delicious taste of Wendy's hamburgers, square's the beef. You know, we were watching him, like I said, before the game. Kicked field goals, Griffin Thomas, from 52, 53 yards. And I would love maybe, you know, Harding Academy here at the end of this half, the next 5 minutes, get the ball, you know, and have a long field goal attempt. I think that's about the only chance now with the score, you know, in the second half if it gets out of hand.
Just to see if
I would love, just to gamble on, you know, about your own 35-yard line, line him up from 52 and see what he does.
Here's a kickoff that's going to sail to the back of the end zone. I'm telling you what, we really need to get a shot at these flags. Probably the strongest wind I've seen here at War Memorial in quite some time, and it is really gusting here at the stadium.
It was.
Look at that, right? I mean, right now you got a now it says a northwest wind at 13 miles an hour, but gust up to 20 miles an hour. It's getting after it out there.
It was similar this afternoon, maybe not quite as brisk, but it's been a windy day.
1st and 10 for Rivercrest, and we've got a penalty flag. I believe Harding Academy may have.
You know, we've been talking a lot about Griffin Thomas. You know, he's replacing Kyle Ferry, who was a great kicker.
Encroachment on the defense.
Harding Academy's had a run of great kickers. And Kyle Ferry, I know he was the SEC Freshman of the Week one week and just did an outstanding job for them last year. He had the game-winning field goal against Arkadelphia in the semifinals last year. Just a clutch kicker, and Griffin Thomas has replaced him and filled his kicking shoes this season.
Jacavian Williams is going to catch it. He'll pick up a couple yards. Let's go down to Kyle Duckelbaum real quick. Kyle, the conditions on the field, though, we see the flags, what they're doing, but it's not as bad down on the field.
It's a little misleading. It is windy down here. Don't get me wrong.
Look up at that paper flying through the air.
If you get something in the air, it's going to take off because those flags are no joke. But I will tell you, it's not as bad as it looks based on the flags when you're standing on the field.
Thank you, Kyle. It's just whenever you arch that football way up in the air on a post pattern, that's when it gets kind of flutters a little bit. It's 1st down and 10 after that run by Turner. I hand it to him again, straight up the middle, past the 45 to the 46.
Yeah, you look at the 40-yard line. There's looks like a napkin. That thing came from up here and then just flew like a paper airplane, and now it's all the way down to the 40-yard line.
2nd down and 5. Under 4 minutes to play here in the 4A state championship first half. Swing it right side. Makes a man miss. That's Young. Got a running lane, and he'll get out of bounds in Harding Academy territory. They're going to say actually he went out at the 49-yard line in Rivercrest territory.
pick up a 12 right there, and that's the second time they've run that play, and it's been successful. Good job by the receiver out there blocking for him and just able to make a guy miss and then turn it up and pick up something.
First down and 10. Back to Turner they go, and he has nowhere to go. We'll lose about 3 yards on the play, as that'll take it back to the 46.
Canyon again? No, Brody. I can say one of their names because they've been making plays all night. Brody Myers this time gets into the backfield.
Second down and 13 with the ball at the Rivercrest 46-yard line. Going to go with a big pass play left side, and it's right through the hands of Cash Spann. That'll bring up third down and 13.
A little double move there, but I tell you what, Harding Academy's defensive back, Myers, did a good job of just staying with it. I mean, he was not fooled and was running right there. Is that Brody? Is that Brody? No, that was 26, not 25 in the coverage.
See, they're 3 of 7 on third down. Here's his third down and 13 attempt. Going big ball right side. It's caught down at the 23-yard line. Coming up with the reception, it was Buda Harris.
Buda Harris made a great move. Ball in the air, adjusts to that ball, goes up, high points it. Just fantastic job. Body control right there. Buda with 6 touchdowns this season. That was his best play of the game. Brings it in, keeps control of the ball.
So it's first down and 10 at the 21-yard line. Washington has got 4 receivers in the formation. Young comes in motion. Now Washington going to look to throw. Has a man, that's Harris. No, it's going to go off his hands.
He just dropped it. He might have scored right there. He's got his hands on his hips. Made one great catch, and this time broke free behind him. Just couldn't bring it in. If he leads him that time, that's a touchdown. He has to stop, twist in the air, try to bring it in.
So that brings up a second down and 10 now from the 21. Washington's going to keep himself inside the 20 and take it down to the 17.
Brody Myers again. Rivercrest fans are tired of me talking about Brody Myers and Canyon Harris. They've been making plays all night.
So that brings up a third down and 5 now. Washington's going to look to throw, and it's almost intercepted.
Oh, they widened the field out, go to the wide side of the field, man-to-man coverage, post route, got him. He's wide open. He makes a good throw there, and if he's able to make the safety miss, he scores. Just an inaccurate throw.
Trying to hook up with Spann that time, and so now it's fourth down and 5 from the 17.
Harding Academy's putting their defensive backs on an island, man-to-man coverage. Got the same look this time. Call timeout.
Timeout. Harding.
No wind down there?
No, it's not windy at all, Kyle. Yeah. Yeah, it is whipping out there for sure. And with 2:01 left here in the first half, Harding Academy leads at 33-7. And really, I mean, and look, for this defense has played outstanding. But if you get a stop right here, Wes, and let's not forget Rivercrest, they took the ball first. So Harding Academy is going to have the ball coming out of the second half, or coming into the second half.
Oh yeah, it's a must score here. I mean, they're trying to keep their head above the water right now, and it's been a steady just avalanche of Harding Academy offense. Their defense has been standing up to the challenge. Rivercrest is just, they're at the deep end of the pool, just treading water, you know, doing everything they can to keep that head above water. This will be huge for momentum, though, or just to go in the locker room after a score.
I've widened the formation. Washington is going to throw it left side into the hands of Turner, and it's incomplete. And Harding Academy is going to get the ball back with 1:56 to play here in the first half.
And this could be a dagger, you know, with 1:56, low throw. Just if Harding Academy marches down and scores, they got what, 40-7. And you come back out, first drive, second half score, game's over. I mean, it's a mercy rule, and no one. I shouldn't say no one. It's happened, I think, once in history. The team has been able to come back after the sportsmanship rule has been invoked. It's just never done in all these years. So this is a must stop here for Rivercrest.
Owen Miller going to throw a backwards pass, and they've got a man. That's City, and it's intercepted at the 44-yard line.
That's what, when you do a trick play and it's not your quarterback throwing it, I guess, you know, it's just the throw's not quite as good. Cash Span picks it off, but the ball was just in the air way too long, floated it, and that allows, look how far over the safety came to make that play. That's how long the ball was in the air. He was so wide open. Sometimes when they're that wide open, you throw it up just to make sure you don't overthrow him. You know, you just want to make sure you complete the pass, and he put way too much air under that pass, and so it was picked off. And hey, that's what Rivercrest needed. Now they need points. You got to go down and score. That's their second interception.
They give it to Turner. He'll get it to the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Well, they're going to say the 39, so pickup of 4 yards.
Sam Swindle on the tackle for Harding Academy. See Rivercrest picking up the pace now. They got to hurry it up a little bit.
Washington takes the snap, going to look to throw. And it's going to go left side and deflected away. That time, knocking it away was Camden Pryor for Harding Academy. They were trying to hook up with Buda Harris.
Harris knocked that one away. Harris turned defensive back. He kept that from being intercepted. Harding Academy that time had the safety come over and was about to make that play. Owen Miller out there playing some defense now.
So it's 3rd down and 7. And throw it in the flats. It's over to Turner, and he'll get out of bounds at the 34-yard line, about a yard shy of the first down.
Wyatt Simmons on the tackle. Was that Owen Miller that almost was going up to pick it off? He was the defensive back playing in coverage. Okay.
Stops the clock at 1:20.
4th down. Got to get this. I mean, heck, if you don't get this, Harding Academy gets the ball right back with the, what, 1:15? They got to convert here. I got to think Turner gets this.
Down to 9 seconds on the play clock.
Quick timeout. They're going to call a timeout before they get out there.
Yeah, they're going to get it because the play clock was down to 1. So they'll call a timeout with.
Timeout. Rivercrest. Second timeout of the half.
1:20 to play left here in the first half. Harding Academy leading 33-7. But you're right. I mean, if they don't get this right here, Harding Academy gets the ball back with about 1:15 and back in position once again to try to score before the half. And Harding Academy's got 2 timeouts remaining. Rivercrest only has 1.
Leading rusher for Rivercrest is Kobe Turner, now over 100 yards. He's got 106 in the first half. That's why I think he's got to get this and give him a chance to pick up that first down. Leading receiver for the Colts is Jaden Young, 3 catches, 24 yards. We haven't seen Rayner back in here. He had that one big catch and a couple of pass interferences that he drew, but hurt his shoulder on one of those plays and tried to come back in for a play. And I have not seen him back in there since then. In fact, I don't even see him on the sideline, honestly. Wearing number 1, so he should be easy to spot. Kyle may have something on him, may know something, but that's tough when your best receiver, your leading receiver, leaves the game, and you need to throw the ball right now.
4th down and 1. They go at a direct snap to Turner, and Turner's going to be right at the marker.
The coaches on the sideline is motioning first down. He had a pretty good angle. We'll see if about the spot. And then the measurement. can't always trust the chains on the other side, as we learned in the 3A game today. Right about this same spot of the field.
Almost the exact same spot.
The chain over there on the sideline looked like on the 3A game that Boonville needed to get to the inside the 32-yard line, and they didn't get there.
Yeah.
And then they bring the chains out, and when they mark it, he didn't need to get to inside the 32. He just needed to get to about 32 and a half, you know, and
spread this
weird way to end the game. I'll be honest with you. It was a strange thing.
We're going to stretch it out, and they're going to need the index card.
He got it. I think he got it. Look at that.
It is right there, isn't it?
Yeah, by the nose of the ball.
Thought he was going to break out the index card for a minute. So it's first down for Rivercrest. 1:15 to play here in the first half.
That was a 50 that pulled him backwards. That was a strong play. He was being tackled and being blocked at the same time, and Tanner Simmons almost prevented him from getting the first down. Got him to jump.
I'm going to say offsides on Harding Academy.
Went with the hard count.
Dead ball. Encroachment. Defense.
Going to put the ball down at the 28-yard line.
Just handed a note. Tanner's a freshman. Tanner Simmons, who made that play, drug him down, is a freshman. Watch out.
So they'll blow the play in on this first down and 5 from the 28. Washington going to look to throw. Comes back left side, and it's over his intended target. That was Jacavian Williams, excuse me. Just second down.
Overthrew everybody that time. Harding Academy defensive back did a great job of turning around, looking for the ball. Luke Hewitt wanted to pick that off. Goes up for it, and just a little too high.
1:03 left here in the first half.
You know, what that first down does, it allows not only them to try to go score a touchdown, but it, got that clock ticking, so where if Harding Academy gets the ball back, there won't be near as much time.
We're going to swing it out right side to Turner. Turner gets it out to the 25, down to the 24. Be about a yard shy of the first down.
When they throw that pass out there, it better be accurate, because they are throwing it backwards. I mean, that's if he doesn't catch it, that's a live ball. I think that's the third time they've thrown that backwards pass.
Third down and 1. Back to Turner they go. He's going to cut it back up. Has a running lane inside the 10, 5 touchdown.
Oh, Turner put a move on the Harding Academy defender. Good cut back. Just made the defender miss. Once he did, watch this right here, puts his foot in the ground, boom. And right up the seam, goes in for the score. I like Turner. I think he's a good back.
Yeah, he's done a heck of a job tonight. As on to kick for Rivercrest is going to be Josh Johnson.
Turner now up to 121 yards on the game, 2 touchdowns. He has been the bright spot for the Rivercrest Colts. 7 plays, 43 yards, 1:17. Much needed score for Rivercrest. Look, these teams are champs. To get here, they've gone through a lot this season. They battled through adversity. For Rivercrest to go on the road, beat Arkadelphia, that told me a lot.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that. I thought Arkadelphia would win that game.
Yeah.
The next week they host Warren, and I'm thinking, well,
I thought they were going to lose that game.
I did too.
Yeah.
I've seen what Warren has done this year, and I honestly thought Warren would go up there and win. So that opened my eyes, for back-to-back weeks to beat 2 traditional powers like Arkadelphia and Warren. Not that Rivercrest isn't. I mean, they've been here often. We've told you before the game, this is their 11th trip to the finals. This is a good team. They've just got off to a terrible start, and they're playing a very good team too.
And not to mention, they've not had their best wide receiver in Michael Rayner there to help make plays. I mean, he's not been there since the first quarter. As the kickoff sails, it'll be caught at the 23-yard line by City. City's going to get pulled down by the back of his helmet.
Whoa. So not a flag?
Did not see a flag. There it comes.
Okay. Now they're all dropping it. Like, oh, yeah, we saw that.
We saw it.
It was a horse collar. I thought he got him by his face mask.
I thought he got it back of the helmet. Let's look here. Oh, it is face mask. Ooh. Wow. It's a big face mask.
Well, the whole stadium went,
huh?
Ooh.
Yeah.
You know, look at the head.
Face
Ooh.
mask.
I hate watching
On
that.
the kicking team.
And
15 yards, first down.
we're all looking for flags. I'm like, I don't see a flag. Where are the flags? Because a lot of times when it's something like that, you'll see all of the officials throw the flag. There'll be like 6 of them out there. They're like, okay, we got it. Yes, we all saw it. Well, there wasn't one. And finally, he went and dropped it.
Well, Harding Academy is going to have it at the 43-yard line.
How aggressive will they be here?
Well, they're putting 5 wide in the formation, so I would say that they're probably going to be pretty aggressive.
Very?
Yeah, pretty aggressive. They've got 2 timeouts. There's 28 seconds left in the half. Owen Miller's going to look to throw. Works it left side, finds his man, and that time was able to hook up with his wide receiver that time.
Tristan Hall.
Trenton Hall, yeah.
It is second down and 4.
Well, pick up 6 yards, get out of bounds. They were looking for a lot more, and it just wasn't there, so he just dumped it off, got what he could.
Miller on second down, steps up the pocket. He's under pressure, and he's going to be taken down back at the 36-yard line.
Wyatt Lancaster came in that time, got the sack. That's how you can end a drive. The Harding Academy fans are upset. They just picked him up and body slammed him.
Owen Miller is not, he's kind of stumbling around.
Well, he picked him up, and look right here, you watch the replay, he picks him up. It's a little wrestling move, throws him down, and then another one comes down, and then drive him into the ground, and accidentally kicks him in the face mask. And so a lot going on that final play. That's how the half will end, and the Harding Academy coaches are not happy at all. They were 10 yards out on the field yelling at the officials. And the Rivercrest coach is yelling at the officials about something. He's telling his guys to go to the locker room or get back out on the field. Maybe a flag.
Let's see what the call is. I think they may put some time back on the clock. I think Neil Evans was wanting more time because there was 4 seconds left and all that was going on. But
a timeout. Harding Academy. Timekeeper, please put 15 seconds on the clock.
Okay, so they're going to put 15 seconds on the clock. And
to answer my question, how aggressive is Harding Academy going to be? They just got a sack, and I was like, well, that'll do it. That'll wrap up the half. They'll just let the time tick off, and let's go to the locker room up 33-14. Nuh-uh.
They still have
a timeout. I'm ready. We're going to try to score here.
And they still have 1 timeout remaining.
You know, I'd like to see, let's get about 25 yards, 15, yeah, right around 25 yards.
You might get your wish of the field goal.
You kick that field goal.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking now.
Yeah.
Let's see, we got the ball on the 37. Let's get it to the 35. It's 15-13. Need 28 yards here.
You get, with the wind at your back, you can get the pass play down there. And you've got 1 timeout remaining, so.
That's exactly what they're thinking now. Look, there's 15 seconds. We got 1 timeout left. We can get 2 plays here to pick up 25 yards. And with them, they can get 1. Now,
Rivercrest is going to call their last timeout.
Timeout. Rivercrest.
What'd he say? I couldn't hear with the wind blowing.
I'll tell you what, there is, that wind is blowing, so there's leaves coming from the old golf course over here and water coming off the press box that was in places that nobody knew there was water.
I looked up a minute ago, and there were like 40 leaves above us, and there's not a tree around here.
Oh.
I'm like, where are these leaves coming from?
All over the golf course. So you've got 15 seconds remaining. Let's go down to Kyle Deckelbaum on the sidelines. Kyle.
I'm going to take back the win, guys, because it's definitely picking up now. Hey, I'm standing next to Bobby Swafford. What a great couple of weekends this has been.
Yeah, it has been. I mean, we clearly can't ask for better weather, minus the wind we got going on right now. Hopefully, this game will tighten up a little bit in the second half, but it's always a great celebration, Arkansas high school football.
Bobby is holding on to his hat down here.
Thanks, guys. It's 3rd down and 16. Owen Miller He'll take it, roll left. Gonna look to throw, he'll go out of bounds.
That could be a flag. Maybe he pushed him while he was still in bounds. But Owen Miller went flying through the sideline.
And that takes it down to 11 seconds left, and this brings up 4th down.
Yeah, I think he was still in bounds.
So Griffin Thomas is not going to get to kick a field goal, but he's going to get to punt. I
guess it's the next best thing. We can watch him punt with the wind.
He averages 40.7 on his punts.
Well, they're at the 34. Let's see where this one lands. I bet it lands inside the 20.
Punt is away.
Not a good get a hold of it.
Gonna take a roll inside the 25. Gonna keep rolling.
It's gonna look good on the stat page.
I'll say it's gonna look real good on the stat page. But either way, that's going to wrap up the first half as Harding Academy, they lead 33-14. Kyle Duckelbaum's down on the sidelines. He's going to catch up with head coach Neil Evans. Take it away, Kyle.
Look in your eye, but against this Rivercrest defense that's been really good in the postseason, you got to love the way your offense has been playing.
Yeah, I'm pleased with it. We mismanaged the end of that half very, very poorly. We should be going in with them having one score. That's our fault as coaches. We did not do a good job of managing the last 3 minutes of the half, and congrats to them for capitalizing on it, because we played well early, but we have not played well here at the end.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.
Boy, Neil Evans fired up there at the end of the first half as his team leads it 33-14. Well, stick around. We've got some great stuff on Arkansas PBS that you'll be entertained by as we are at the half. When we come back, Wes and I will break down the first half as you're watching the Centennial Bank State Football Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Over 2,500 team members across 17 local electric distribution co-ops, powering homes, farms, and industries somewhere across Arkansas. We are the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Power and people.
War Memorial is more than just a stadium. It's very much part of the culture of Little Rock. 75 years of history lives here.
Jones looking, steps, throws to the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas!
So you grew up coming here watching your heroes play football. But the stadium stands for strength. Built in 1948 to honor those who gave their lives.
The flags of freedom fly all over Europe. This country we're fighting for.
A reminder to always keep going. This stadium is more than just a memorial. It's a monument. A monument to the sacrifices of the past. The stadium stands for strength, sacrifice, for the drive to always keep going. To always keep pushing. For a better Arkansas and for a better tomorrow. Because legends are made here.
Just the way Wynn is, you know, it's called the city with a smile. Whether it's a Friday night football game, or it's a family in need that's going through a hard time, or it's a community going through a tornado, the people of Wynn rally around each other.
We have a serious situation, a new tornado warning in the city of Wynn. Wynn. You need to be in your tornado safe spot right now.
I grew up here, graduated from here in 2000. A lot of memories here.
Wynn High School, there's a lot of tradition here.
I've been here my entire life. All my families went here. It's been very big.
The school year was going really normally. I was actually in the middle of like classes and stuff, not expecting anything to change.
Yo, we were excited because it kind of felt like it was the first year post-COVID.
My senior year, I went to play college football. I was in off season for football. I was playing soccer too.
And we were really excited. Things were going along. all the way up to March 31st. And the last thing in the world on our mind was having a tornado destroy our school and our kids yet again not having a normal year.
That radar is showing you the hook echo that just now went through wind. That is a debris ball just to the east of wind.
One of my maintenance guys called and he said, "You got to get down here." He said, "The school's gone." The tragedies happen. The storms hit. We had our moment of just breaking down. We can't stay in that moment. What do we do to help our community?
I got a call from one of my buddies, and he told me the turf was in his front yard from the football field.
Right after I heard that the tornado hit the field and there's no football, I'm thinking, okay, what's the next step? Like, what are we gonna do?
We were right out here on that field, and there's debris everywhere. There's tile. It's the first time we really got to meet with the team. They got bulldozers behind there bulldozing their school. The kids look on their eyes is like, what kind of nightmare have I woke up to?
It was a surreal feeling, something I'll never forget.
We have to find a way to make sure our kids don't lose anything. They don't lose prom. They don't lose graduation.
Obviously, with the field being nothing but gravel, we went to a church field for spring football practice because we didn't have turf. We've been out on the grass. We just kind of made the most of what we had.
We could have easily sat back and just said, man, what do we do? But that's a testament to our leadership. It's a testament to our teachers, our students, to put in the extra work it took to get us to that point.
Once the temporary campus got done, it was an easier transition. It was more of like a normal school feeling.
They did a great job getting our facilities back.
I was in pads. It was an amazing feeling to get on turf. From the difference from turf to grass, it was an amazing feeling.
I always, lived through the kids, and when they were teared up, it was a big deal for sure.
Looking in that stance, seeing the Wynn community all back together, everybody that stayed through adversity, it was all a very come together moment.
It's an awesome community that we live in here.
We're playing pretty good. So many fans packed out every game.
And it's just not that they show up when there's loss or when there's grief. They show up for everything. That's what they do in Whitehall. Our superintendent then brought him in. You think that someone that played in the NFL and a big star quarterback, he didn't come off like that at all. You could tell he was getting ready. He was ready to get to work, and he was excited to be the head football coach.
He just comes in and he introduces himself, and he immediately flashes this huge smile and cracks a joke, and it's his laugh. He always had this laugh. It was a working relationship, but then it turned into he was literally my best friend. Well, you knew who he was when he got here, but he didn't want that. He wanted to just be Ryan.
What he brought was a big heart for kids, a huge personality, just a simple, humble man is what I saw. He wanted to give back to kids and give back to the sport that he loved.
Coach Mallett always said Ben was the first football player that he met when he came. The house he rented was right across the street from Ben's house. He knew that Ben was going to be special. He said, man, I love that kid.
Please join me in a moment of silence as we remember Benjamin Riddick. Here to accept Benjamin's diploma is his mother.
I woke up that morning with some text messages and calls, and a couple of those calls were from Coach Mallett.
When Ben passed away, that's when I really found out how close they were because of how bad it wrecked him. It changed him. It really, really did.
I cared for him a lot. He was like my son, basically. It's tough.
When you lose a kid like that and know that he was going to go off and do great things, and that one hit me hard.
It's just sad seeing Coach Mallett react the way he did.
He went on the field and hugged everybody on the field and started crying and told us all that he loved us. We all use each other to kind of piggyback on, try to look to each other for comfort.
Everybody was there for each other. Mallett being the name that he was, fake media or whatever, posting stuff when we text the group chat, yo, is this real? I was like, there's no way. So I called him. I was like, there's no way it's true. Let me call him. And he didn't pick up. I was like, wow, this is real.
I was in shock. I had just talked to him about an hour and a half before.
I just melted to the ground. The feelings and the emotions were so raw, you can't hardly describe it unless you're in that moment.
To be honest, it didn't seem that it could possibly be real. Our district had lost students. We had lost a coach that our kids adored. It was more than what we could handle as a district.
As a whole community, I think they came together to help us football players out. They had counselors from every school, even elementary schools there.
Knowing that they were there for us helped out a lot.
It's just the outpouring of affection and love that they show in this community for you. It was awesome. It was about what you expect from Whitehall. They were there.
Just that outpouring of love that was felt in not just our community, but surrounding communities in the state. Just the love that was shown to us, it's healing.
And we as a community can get through this. We've gone through all these things, and every day we are moving forward.
The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Over 2,500 team members across 17 local electric distribution co-ops, powering homes, farms, and industries somewhere across Arkansas. We are the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Power and people.
I grew up in Shaw, Arkansas. We had a one-room schoolhouse from first through the 8th grade. That was as far as we went. I'm a little kid, but I would be helping a bigger kid read. The night of graduation, there was someone there from Philander Smith College offering a scholarship. I remember my sisters and brothers working very hard, picking cotton to get enough money to buy my bus ticket, and it was $3.43. And I said to myself, if I ever get away and do okay, I'm going to make sure that every one of my sisters and brothers that want to go to college get a chance to go. And I did.
I'm Kat Robinson, and I preach the gospel of Arkansas food.
No.
Really?
No, it is not.
For more than a decade, I've been traveling the state.
Good morning.
Searching out our culinary roots and every great little restaurant and food story I can find.
Hope you made room for pie.
Thank you. Download the PBS video app or watch online.
Blimey. Quite something, isn't it? Watch entire seasons of your favorite shows from Masterpiece.
Well, one thing is clear.
Time is not on our side. With Passport on the PBS video app. Binge your favorite and the latest shows from our huge collection of dramas. I'm looking forward to all sorts of things.
Oh, how exciting.
Or catch up on episodes you've missed.
Go on then, what are you waiting for? Downton is catching up with the times we live in.
These and other Masterpiece shows are available with Passport on the PBS video app. Download it today.
Broadcast of this championship game is made possible by
Southern Loft is a proud sponsor of Arkansas PBS. It is our mission to tell your story by adding color with our furniture. And that's why Southern Loft is a different kind of furniture store. For more information, go to mysouthernloft.com.
Give your family a once-in-a-lifetime experience at the Little Rock Zoo, at Arkansas's largest lantern festival, Glow Wild at the Little Rock Zoo. After dark, bring your family to a radiant wonderland where imagination sparks. Discover 40 new lighted mystical creatures and returning favorites at Glow Wild, a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Over 2,500 team members across 17 local electric distribution co-ops, powering homes, farms, and industries somewhere across Arkansas. We are the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Power and people.
When you choose Conway Regional, you're choosing a healthcare partner rooted in your community. With 9 primary care locations in 5 counties, we believe in building lasting relationships centered on trust and personalized care. Let our family care for yours.
Vaping addicts you to nicotine and can prematurely age your lungs to those of a 70-year-old. Don't get lost in the fog. Learn more about the hazards of vaping at projectpreventar.org.
Welcome back to War Memorial Stadium, halftime of the 4A state championship game between Harding Academy and Rivercrest. Harding Academy with a 33-14 lead at the half. Let's look at the halftime statistics. Harding Academy not running the ball very much. They haven't had to because they've thrown it for 230 yards, 257 to 234 total yards. Doesn't look bad. Turnovers have been the key. Too many Rivercrest turnovers, and they've turned the ball over on downs a couple of times. But Harding Academy, only 6 minutes and 45 seconds time of possession. That's because they've had some quick scoring drives. And Owen Miller, the story so far in this game, he has completed every pass he's thrown, except for one went to the other team. That's his first touchdown pass. It's a Kyler Hoover 27-yard score. It was 7-0 in the first quarter quickly in this game. They got the ball right back, and this time it's Jack City. 7-yard pass from Owen Miller, 14-0. And then Harding added to it later in the first quarter with the longer pass to wide open City, 50 yards. Extra point was no good. It was 20-0. Rivercrest finally got on the scoreboard in the second quarter. Their best player today has been Kobe Turner, the running back. That's the first interception you see right there that Owen Miller has thrown all year. He made up for it later. Kyler Hoover with a juggling catch from 61 yards. That made it 26-7. Kobe Turner added a second touchdown run, 24-yard run this time. That made it 33-14, and that is your score right now. Individual statistics for these two teams. You've got Owen Miller, 11 of 12, 1 interception, 4 touchdown passes for 230 yards. Let's go down to the field, check in with Kyle.
You know, we're going to stay after it. We got to get some stops defensively, you know, and hopefully we can get a couple scores and be right back in the ball game. But you can only play one play at a time.
Good luck, Coach. Thank you. Hey, and Wes, one quick note: Michael Rayner, we will not see him in the second half, out with a shoulder injury.
Yeah, when he took off the pads and put on a jacket or a coat, that's when I figured, that's the last we're going to see of Rayner. That's a big blow for them. He has been their receiving threat downfield. Jaden Young leaves Rivercrest, 3 catches, 24 yards. Rayner had that 1 catch for 39 yards, but I believe he drew 2 pass interference penalties. Buda Harris with a catch for 33 yards. Cavante Washington, 7 of 21 with 1 interception, 102 yards. Kobe Turner, 121 yards and 2 touchdowns for the Rivercrest Colts. And if it wasn't for Owen Miller in this passing attack, you'd think, well, Kobe Turner, he could be your MVP for Rivercrest if they win this game, because he's on pace for a game like we saw in the 3A state championship game. He's on pace for close to 250 yards rushing.
Rivercrest will be on defense to start this second half, as Harding Academy, they will get the ball first. And we saw that Neil Evans was not a happy camper at the end of the first half. And real quick, as we get ready for the second half, keys for both teams, Wes.
Somehow Rivercrest has got to slow down, and maybe it's putting some pressure on Owen Miller, because what they did in the first half did not work at all. He was 11 of 12, and really the interception was a underthrown ball that we thought, you know, when it was thrown, it was going to be a touchdown, and he just underthrew it a little bit. They hadn't had a whole lot of pressure on Miller. The offensive line for Harding Academy has been fantastic. They've given him time to throw. And we've seen Miller design rollouts on a lot of plays too. But, you know, coming in, and Rivercrest's head coach, Johnny Fleming, we just heard from, he said, we're going to come after him. We're going to be blitzing. That's what we do. We blitz every single play. We come after them. You don't know where that blitz is coming from. I didn't see a whole lot of blitzing in the first half.
He did that towards the end of the half. You know, they got after Owen Miller a couple times, but throughout the whole first half, no, not at all.
You got to get after Owen Miller. And then on offense for Rivercrest, I'd say get Turner the ball. Look, your best wide receiver is out. You saw some glimpses out of Turner after the first quarter. He had a huge second quarter. This kid can run. Like I said, last week against Warren, he had 268 yards. Well, he's close to that pace today. you got to ride him. You got to ride him in the second half. Cavante Washington's had a tough first half, 7 of 21. And that's without his best receiver. So, but it all starts right here. This drive is huge. You know, if you're Rivercrest, you get a stop, get the ball back, and get a score. We got a ball game. But if if Harding Academy marches down and scores here and makes it 40-14, it's going to be tough for Rivercrest to overcome that.
City and Pryor back to receive this kick, as it's going to sail down through the back of the end zone, and that will be first and 10 from the 20 for Harding Academy, as now Rivercrest has that wind to their back, and Harding Academy will be going into the wind towards the north end zone here at War Memorial Stadium. Glad to have you back along for the second half as Harding Academy leads at 33-14.
Our last 24 minutes of high school football.
So crazy to think that this football season will be over with after this game. And yeah, enjoy it, folks, because football's over with after this. As here's Owen Miller. He's going to throw it to City up the right side, and he'll get out of bounds after picking up the first down just shy of the 35-yard line at the 33.
It's a nice, simple play for your first completion of the half. Warm up your quarterback, get him back into the flow of the game. Just roll him out, hit City.
They're going to swing it out to the flats, and they work it out over to the running back, Trenton Hall, and he'll lose actually 2 yards on the play, and that brings up second down. It's like Kyler Hoover, excuse me, not Hall on the reception. So it's now 5 wide on this second down. Miller under pressure, gonna run. He'll slide down, he'll lose more yardage.
That was a design quarterback keeper to go right up the middle, but Rivercrest defense was right there in the middle, so he tried to improvise, but the Colts did a good job just stringing out. Keelan Sanders finally gets the tackle. Well, it's a good job by the defense. So now that you got your big play on defense you needed, 2nd and 14, you got them behind the sticks.
Miller takes the shotgun snap, going to look to throw. Under pressure again, finds his man. Going to get past the 40-yard line. That's City. He'll get out to the 44-yard line down into Rivercrest territory. And we've seen that play once before, Wes, where they just dump it off to City and let him do some work.
Yeah, Harding Academy got away with a push in the back from one of the receivers. And then once City catches it, man, he's impressive. Showed a little burst of speed. You know, just go north-south with it.
They're going to give it to Hall. He'll get past the 40, down to the 39. You know, Jack City, he was injured for a few games throughout the year. And so when we were talking about his numbers, he had 315 yards and 3 touchdowns coming into this game. It's because he spent a lot of time injured during this season. As they give it to Hall again, he'll be about a yard shy of the first down.
Wyatt Lancaster on the tackle. If City must be healthy now.
Yeah.
He's a player. Very impressive. As you said, 3 touchdowns coming into the game. He's got 2 tonight.
Kind of a legacy at Harding Academy because his grandfather's got a building named after him on campus. And then his brother won a football and baseball state title at Harding Academy. So it's now 3rd down and 1 with the ball at the 34-yard line. 4 wide in the formation, back to Hall they go. He gets the first down as he'll take it out to the 32.
Good job there of sidestepping the defensive lineman who broke free and could have made the tackle in the backfield, but that one little move right there gets past him, avoids the tackle in the backfield, gets the first down.
Back to a first down and 10 as they tried to go with the hard count. Now Miller's going to look back to the sidelines. He'll take the snap, going big ball right side, trying to find City, and it was deflected away on the coverage that time for Rivercrest. That was Faxon.
Looked like he had him for just a second, and Faxon, I think the ball hit off the back of his helmet. Got a little lucky there with the underthrown ball.
So that brings up a 2nd down and 10 from the 32-yard line.
That's what Hustle will do. Not giving up on the play. Turns, runs as hard as he can, and good thing happened to him.
Miller splits out Hall wide to the right as now he's going to try to go with another big pass play, and it's incomplete that time, trying to find Kyler Hoover for the reception. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 10.
killing his completion percentage. Back-to-back incomplete passes. He was 11 of 12 at the half and 1 incompletion, and now he's got 3 or 4. Has that been updated? Oh, got him offsides.
With a hard count that time, and that'll get a free 5 yards for Harding Academy.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. 3rd and 10.
Defense.
Just opens up the playbook.
So you've got a 3rd down and 5. Ball at the 27-yard line. Owen Miller going to run with it. Has wide open spaces, and he's going to easily walk into the end zone for a touchdown. From 27 yards out, and Harding Academy's back on the scoreboard.
That's what the penalty does. 3rd and 10, I bet they don't call that quarterback draw. 3rd and 5, it opens up the playbook. All of a sudden, you can call the quarterback draw, and just, I mean, he ran it perfect. He made one guy miss, took a bad angle on him, and he went the other 30 yards just on his own. No one even near him. They spread you out. Harding Academy just does a great job of spreading you out. Nobody in the middle of the field.
Griffin Thomas on for the extra point. Put it up, and it is good. And with 9:23 left here in the 3rd quarter, Harding Academy leads at 40-14. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Football Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
Broadcast of this championship game is made possible by
Give your family a once-in-a-lifetime experience at the Little Rock Zoo, at Arkansas's largest lantern festival. Glow wild at the Little Rock Zoo. After dark, bring your family to a radiant wonderland where imagination sparks. Discover 40 new lighted mystical creatures and returning favorites at Glow Wild, a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Over 2,500 team members across 17 local electric distribution co-ops, powering homes, farms, and industries somewhere across Arkansas. We are the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Power and people.
When you choose Conway Regional, you're choosing a healthcare partner rooted in your community. With 9 primary care locations in 5 counties, we believe in building lasting relationships centered on trust and personalized care. Let our family care for yours.
Vaping addicts you to nicotine and can prematurely age your lungs to those of a 70-year-old. Don't get lost in the fog. Learn more about the hazards of vaping at projectpreventar.org.
Southern Loft is a proud sponsor of Arkansas PBS. It is our mission to tell your story by adding color with our furniture. And that's why Southern Loft is a different kind of furniture store. For more information, go to mysouthernloft.com.
Southern Loft is a proud supporter of Arkansas PBS Sports and our Arkansas student athletes. Located at 3155 North College Avenue, Suite 102 in Fayetteville. Southern Loft, a different kind of furniture store. For more information, visit mysouthernloft.com.
That last drive for Harding Academy went 10 plays, 80 yards as they extend their lead to 40-14. May have to have somebody hold the ball because the wind keeps knocking it off the tee for Griffin Thomas.
Griffin Thomas to kick off for Harding Academy.
I'm going to shift over. The guy holding it was over on the left side, so they take someone from the right side, put him on the left side.
So Thomas will put a foot into it as it'll be a high kick and it'll be knocked out of bounds at around the 38-yard line. Boy, that ball was up there and it just kind of fluttered around and went out of bounds.
Now the wind is blowing hard from left to right, but it's also kind of a little bit of an angle blowing towards the far sideline. I think that's what happened. The ball got up in the air and it blew it even further and out of bounds.
Fraction on the kicking team. First down.
He was just trying to high pooch kick it because, well, they've seen he can't kick a kickback, touchback into this wind. Not even his strong leg can get it back there, so they were just trying to pop it up in the air.
Vontae Washington backing on the field for Rivercrest as he'll have Kobe Turner lined up directly behind him. And he'll hand it to Turner. Bounces it out left side, has running lanes, nobody's going to catch him. He's at the 30, 20, 15, 10, 5 touchdown.
Wow, Turner just went in, sucked everybody in, saw nobody out to his left, bounced it outside to the left, and he was just gone. That was just a great run, a lot on his own, just bringing everybody inside and patient. You know, you got to be patient to do that, because if you just take it straight outside, they'll come get you. But look at him right there, but he's met the line, bounces it out. Sam Swindle there. So nowhere to go. I'll go outside with it, and then there's plenty of places to go out there.
On to kick is Josh Johnson. Kick is up, and it is good. And with 9:14 left here in the third quarter, Harding Academy leads it 40-21.
Turner now 24 carries, 178 yards, and 3 touchdowns. All 3 Rivercrest touchdowns from Kobe Turner.
Yeah, he's a heck of a back. And, you know, he's responsible for all the touchdowns for Rivercrest tonight. And he has been you know, we've seen a lot of really good running backs this year in the state finals.
He's got 178 of their 291, so he's been their offense pretty much. Yeah, they may kind of second guess not getting him going a little sooner.
Yeah.
You know, that was one of the things. 178 of the 189 rushing. Yeah, he was. Really, this has been in the second and third quarter that he's gotten his yards, because into the first quarter, I bet we have those notes somewhere. He didn't have much at the end of the first quarter. And he has just blown up the last 2 quarters.
It'll be taken at the 10-yard line, right up the left side, running lane past the 30, and he'll be spun down at the 33-yard line.
Camden Pryor almost broke that one off. Keelan Sanders finally tackles him before he can get out into the open and take it all the way to the house.
So that'll bring up a 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Yeah, at the end of the first quarter, Turner had 16 yards. 16 yards on 9 carries. So they were trying, they just couldn't get anything going offensively.
And in motion, that's Hoover. Swing it to him right side. Out past the 40, and then he's going to be taken down
by Turner.
42. Yeah.
I know you just ran, what, 78 yards, whatever, however far that was, but we need you to go back out there. I don't think he was on the kickoff return, was he?
No.
Give him a little bit of a break on kickoff coverage.
They say grab a thing of water real quick, and they're going to hand it off to Hall. He'll pick up the first down as he takes it out to the 44-yard line. Stops the clock momentarily. We'll wind it back. Put the ball down at the 45, and the wind started making it roll away. Shotgun snap to Miller. Now he swings left side, tried to find City, and just overthrew him.
Yeah, he was upset with himself, Miller was, when he threw that one into the ground. That's just one of those little simple passes. He's rolling out, but he's rolling to his left. And for a right-handed quarterback, that's a tougher throw. Got to square those shoulders and make that throw to him.
4 receivers in the formation this time. I think Trenton Hall has played well in reserve duty for Harding Academy.
He's not been asked to do a lot. 10 carries, 10 carries, 31 yards.
And here's Owen Miller trying to make something out of nothing. And has run for a couple of yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd down now for Harding Academy.
Kylan Sanders again, running him out of bounds.
place the ball down at the 46-yard line.
Rivercrest needs to get a stop here. They want to have a chance, any kind of opportunity to make a comeback. Need to get off the field. 3rd and 8. You did your job on 1st and 2nd down.
Miller's going to look to throw. He'll step up. He's under pressure. And he's going to be taken down at the 40-yard line.
Winshawn Perry.
Now we've got penalty flags.
Harding Academy fans are cheering. Must be a personal foul.
Well, they slammed down Owen Miller pretty hard once again.
All right, I got a personal foul on number 5.
Yeah, 5 just drove him. Once he was down the ground, 5 fell on him and then just kept pressing on him, pushing him down,
personal
driving
foul
him on the ground.
On the defense. 15-yard penalty. 1st down.
You know, fans are getting all over Wyatt Lancaster for that, and that's just too aggressive after the play's over. But I'll tell you that Wyatt Lancaster's out there with the broken hand. He played with the club on his hand last week, and this week they were able to just put it in a brace. That time just a little too much after the play.
So they're going to put the ball down at the 43-yard line. 1st and 10 for Harding Academy.
Costly penalty.
Trenton Hall in motion. They swing it right side to City, and he'll be able to get out of bounds after a couple-yard pickup.
You know, not to harp on it. You did your job. You got 3rd and long. You sack the quarterback. You get him down, and then you get the personal foul penalty and give him a 1st down. That's a killer when you're trailing by 19. You got to get the ball back. Make this a 2-possession game.
2nd down and 9 with the ball at the 41-yard line. 3 wide receivers at the top of your screen. You're going to give it to Hall. Nice running lane. Out to the 30-yard line. Picks up the 1st down.
Give him 13. That's his best run of the game. He had a nice running lane that time. Look at this hole. Great blocking there. That was Harding Academy 77. The offensive lineman just did a fantastic job of opening up that hole. Joshua Llewellyn, man, fantastic block. Try it again.
They're going to give it to him again. He's got another good running lane as he'll take it down to the 21.
Picked up 9. Back-to-back good runs. Once again, another big hole. They found a little something right there up the middle.
So it's 2nd down and 2.
See 72 down there blocking downfield again. This offensive line, Eli Freppen.
Stacked receivers just outside the numbers on both sides of the formation.
Harding Academy catching up a little bit on those rushing yards. They've been trailing, but they're pounding away now. Look, you know, it's also using the clock. You're up by 19 with the ball. No need to get in a hurry. And they've established the running game a lot more in this 3rd quarter than they did in the 1st half.
Well, they'll pick up a 1st down here as the ball is going to be at the 18-yard line.
They looked over for a play, and coaches kind of turned around to waste some more time.
Miller takes the snap. A roll back left side under pressure. Trying to escape. Gets past the 20 and goes out of bounds around the 15.
Several things. Trenton Hall, first of all, from his running back spot, picked up the blitz. Great blitz pickup, and that allows Miller to get outside. Then he's so patient, too. Just as a runner. We talk about him as a passer, but just to come inside, looked like he was going to take it up the hash mark, just hesitated, sucks everybody in, then used his speed to get outside and pick up 5 there.
They're going to mark him down at the 14, so it's 2nd down and 5. On the near hash, Miller going to look to throw. Across the middle of the field, it's deflected and almost intercepted.
That once again, we've talked about him all night, but Kobe Turner came across. I think Turner got a hand on that. Yep, Turner did. Saved the touchdown. When he threw it, I was like, that's an easy touchdown. But Turner dropping back, sees the ball, reaches back, gets a hand on it, knocks it down.
So that brings up a 3rd down and 5 with the ball at the 14-yard line. 5 receivers in the formation, 2 at the bottom of your screen. Harding Academy 2 of 2 inside the red zone today. Miller looking. He's going to have to hold on to it, go out of bounds. And that'll bring up a 4th down.
Kicking time. Griffin Thomas coming in.
You're kicking into that wind. And it looks like they're going to bring him out.
It's 4th down.
He's going to kick it from about the 24-yard line.
Right hash mark, so he'll have to draw it in or kick it a little bit to his left. Plenty of leg for this, even into the wind.
Griffin Thomas gonna put a foot into it, and it is good. With 6:19 to play in the 3rd quarter, Harding Academy goes up 43-21. Well, that is a weapon to have right there, isn't it?
No doubt. I mean, how many high schools out there would love to have a kicker like that?
Yeah, I mean, and Harding Academy, it's like Kicker U going on over there because, as you mentioned earlier, they just keep producing them.
I'll tell you what, he did a good job of keeping that low. The wind did not affect that at all. That was just a low line drive right down the middle. I mean, I know kickers like that right hash mark better than most do, but better than the left. They got to kind of fade it in there. Can be a little different. There's your wind. 13 miles per hour. I laugh at that.
That's gusting though at 22.
Well, it's been a steady gust, and at some point you got to change gust to what the wind is because it's been blowing like that all night.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to have to hold on to it this time. Hold on to the ball. Well, it's starting to move a little bit. You better get out there and kick that thing.
They have a Charlie Brown incident here. Run up and the ball falls off.
Thomas will put a foot into it as it'll hit down at the 16-yard line. It'll be returned.
Oh, Turner just slipped. Turf got him. He got a fantastic block at the 20-yard line. He saw it. He was going to cut it up right behind that block and try to hit the middle and just slip. Watch the block right there. Bam. Good block. Really took out 2. Tried to cut it up. And
Turf Monster got it.
Yeah. I'd be curious to see what would have happened if he didn't get tripped up there. He had a hole.
So it's 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line. Washington's going to be in the shotgun, and now we've got whistles and penalty flags.
Dead ball. Ball start. Offense.
And that was a terrible penalty because Harding Academy only had 10 players on the field. The receiver at the bottom of the screen was not covered.
At all.
At all. And as soon as the whistle blew, he started jumping up and down because he was unguarded. There was nobody for Harding Academy, and once they got the penalty, they ran the defensive back out on the field, but he was standing out there all alone. Buda Harris had a chance to do something big there.
They throw it left side into the hands of their receiver Harris, and Harris is going to take it past the 25 out to the 26-yard line.
Little things like that, you know, just a false start penalty, just costly. And we saw that on the last drive. Remember, it extended Harding Academy's drive, and they end up scoring or kicking a field goal.
So it's 2nd down and 3 after the 12-yard pickup. They give it to Turner. Turner trying to make something out to the 29-yard line. That should be a 1st down.
Wyatt Simmons there making the tackle.
Wyatt Simmons makes the stop. The result of the play is a 1st down to Rivercrest.
They'll move the chains.
Like Marcus Slayton is in at running back.
And Turner has a helmet issue. That's why he's out of the game.
Gonna throw a deep pass down the middle of the field, and it's off the fingertips of Jaden Young.
Under pressure once again. I thought they were going to get a holding call. Harding Academy lineman, let's see who on the replay who that was, broke free. Man, what a nice move. Just a little duck move from Sam Swindle. He was in the backfield, and he was so fast I don't think they could hold him. And he was on top of the quarterback, rushed the throw a little bit, and just off the mark. If he has a little bit more time and is able to step into that, make a good throw, it could have been a touchdown.
2nd down and 10. They fake it to Turner. Now roll left side to Young, and Young has nowhere to go. He's going to lose a yard on the play, back to the 29.
It's getting off your blocks. You got to shed that block, make the play. Tanner Simmons, the freshman, makes the tackle. Simmons, huh? Wonder, got to be a relation, right? To Wyatt and Coach Simmons. Just been told he is. Thank you, Kyle. Kyle Deckelbaum down on the field.
3rd down and 11 from the 29-yard line. Washington going to look to throw across the middle of the field. It's caught down at the 48-yard line. Coming up with it that time was Jaden Young.
Look at Wyatt Simmons, number 10. He's playing linebacker, middle linebacker. Gets all the way down the field and almost knocks that away. That's getting deep for a linebacker, but an even better catch and play from the Colts wide receiver to make that catch.
1st and 10, they swing it in the flats. Get it to Turner. Turner gets around one blocker, and he'll go out of bounds at around the 46-yard line.
They've seen that play enough. They almost made the play right when he caught it. He just sidesteps that defender, makes him miss the tackle.
Well, it's 2nd down and 8 now. Washington looking to throw again. And he'll take it down the right side, incomplete, trying to find Buda Harris. That time on the coverage for Harding Academy, that was Camden Pryor.
They thought they could catch him right there. They've thrown that play so many times to Turner. Defense rushes in. Wide receiver, other wide receiver, slips it and goes deep. Harding Academy's defensive back was running step for step.
So it's 3rd down and 8 from the 46-yard line. Running back in now for Rivercrest is going to be Marcus Slayton. They're going to throw it right side and just sailed it over Buda Harris's head, and that brings up a 4th down.
That's the effects of a quarterback that's been running for his life and been taking hits. That time they roll him out, and he just airmailed the play. Turner's coming back in. Slayton will go out. Big 4th down play here for Rivercrest. Harding Academy fans on their feet. You can hear them making some noise. They know this is big.
Here's the 4th down opportunity. They're going to throw across the middle of the field. They've got it inside the 40 or 35-yard line, taken down at the 33.
Turner again, man, he's making plays now as a receiver down the field. And credit the Rivercrest offensive line. He had all day to throw. That's one of the few times he could just stand in the pocket, look down the field, and find a receiver coming open, and had time, and he delivered a strike under pressure this time, though.
And he's going to work it back. There's a penalty flag down as he'll work it back towards the 35. Ball's on the turf, and Rivercrest is going to come up with it at the 31-yard line.
Yeah, that was an obvious hold that time. Harding Academy. They heard me talking about no pressure on the quarterback to play before, so that time they were mad and came after him and got all over him. There were 2 or 3 Wildcats back in the backfield. A holding call will push it back.
And that'll be a spot foul, so.
Holding. Offense.
So that's going to back the ball up to around the 43-yard line.
Sam Swindle was the one in the backfield that blew up that play. think we've called out every single one of the front three and their linebackers. They've been the story to me. You know, Turner's ripped off some big runs, but this defense has played well enough.
1st and 20, they give it to Turner. He gets inside the 40, and it's going to be taken down to 39.
Brody Myers and Canyon Harris. Harding Academy going with the 3 defensive lineman look now and dropping their linebackers into coverage.
Brings up a 2nd down and 16 from the 39.
That's what Rivercrest needs to do. You know, if they're just going to have 3 down linemen and drop their linebackers as deep as they are, take advantage of that. Get a hat on a hat, find some room to run, give it to Turner. He can break it at any point. He picked up 6 there, so you know, from 1st and 20, now it's 3rd and 9. You got an opportunity here. 2 down, you know, 4 down territory. Still got 2 downs here. Pick up those 9 yards.
Clock rolling at 2:40 and counting. It's 43-21. Harding Academy. Ball's at the Harding Academy 33-yard line. Busted play as Washington's going to go left side. Gets it past the 30 down to the 29. That time Marcus Slayton was in the game, and he didn't go on the same side the handoff was supposed to go.
That was Turner. Yeah, Turner went to the opposite side. He went behind the quarterback, and quarterback just had to take off and run with it.
4th down and 6.
But he was able to pick up, you know, 3-4 yards and made something out of nothing.
You've got a 4th down and 6 from the 29. Devontae Washington all alone in the backfield. Look to throw. Back right side, has his man Young inside the 15, and he's going to get down to the 10-yard line.
Tell you what, Young took that off his shoe tops, made the catch, and made a couple of moves. He picked up the 1st down with the catch at the 20, but he wasn't satisfied with that. Picked up 10 more yards, breaking 2 tackles.
It was a great catch, and now we've got a timeout on the field.
Tell you what, some of those Rivercrest players were. This has been a longer established drive, and they were bent over on that 4th down play. I was watching a couple of their offensive linemen. They looked gassed. They needed this timeout more than anybody.
Well, let's check in with Kyle Deckelbaum down on the sidelines. Kyle.
Yeah, guys, as I tell you, give this Rivercrest team credit. There's certainly no quit, even with time not necessarily on their side with this really long drive. But that big last play there, that 4th down play, you had Harding Academy players turning, facing the crowd, trying to pump up the crowd. And among those in the crowd today is Harding University coach
There's
Paul
a challenge
Simmons, and I ran
on
into
the
him
field.
at
Catch,
halftime, and he had
no
this
catch.
big grin on his face, guys. Can you think of a better day as a dad than to lead your college team to the Division II National Championship in dominant fashion, and then watch what appears to be your 2 sons win a state championship?
That's cool.
It's been a good day for the Simmons family.
I'd like to take a look at that catch one more time. That's what the officials are doing right now. There's a review of this last completion. We said he went down to make that catch at the shoe tops. Well, maybe he didn't. He wanted to look at it. He at least saw something up here to make them think that, hey, we need to stop the game for just a second and take a look at it. Maybe Harding Academy took the timeout to challenge. Ooh.
Have to wind it back.
Or maybe from the end zone angle, we may have a better look. There we go. Oh, it's just off the screen. I tell you, who had the best angle was number 2 on defense. Can't really tell right there either. But the way he kept going and fighting on the play made me think that, you know, if it's an incompletion, he's probably signaling right away.
And I do know that the replay crew, they use the stadium cameras for a lot of the replay.
Here's one more for you.
Oh, there it is.
Great job, guys. Hey, you found the one.
Great job by the Arkansas PBS crew. And I mean, we're not the replay officials by any stretch of the imagination, but
do we get a vote?
If we got a vote, I would say that That's going to be an incomplete pass.
Join us at the Little Rock Zoo for our 3rd annual Glow Wild and our theme, Once in a Lifetime. November 16th through January 7th from 5 to 9 each night. This year with 3 themed areas and over 40 new lanterns. For more information for public and zoo member tickets, visit littlerockzoo.com.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. It is a catch.
They didn't get the angle we did. Hey, go to the website, littlerockzoo.com/extra-fun/go wild. Glow wild. littlerockzoo.com.
Yeah, they clearly didn't see the crew from the Arkansas PBS team. Yeah, you know, hey, look. We've got cameras all over the stadium. You've got the stadium for the Jumbotron cameras. Then you've got our Arkansas PBS crew. Got to figure out a way to get those cameras in the replay crew. Either way, 1st down and 10 from the 10-yard line. Turner gets it, and he's just bottled up in the backfield.
Kenyon Harris was there, and he was helping up Brody Myers. They teamed up once again for another tackle. I don't know if that was a tackle for a loss, but they've had a ton of them tonight. Yeah, they lost
4 yards.
Yeah.
2nd down and goal from the 14. Washington's looking. Still looking. Go in the end zone, and it's incomplete. There's a penalty flag down the end zone. Trying to hook up that time with Buda Harris.
Once again, pressure all night long starts to impact a quarterback. I mean, he had a pocket that time. The offensive line did a really good job of just creating that pocket, sealing off the Harding defense and the defensive lineman. But because he's been pressured all night long, he took off running, and he took off to the right. And then I mean, there was nobody to block for him out there, and here comes all the pressure. And if he'd have stayed in the pocket, he may have had a better chance of completing the pass. But I think the holding.
Defense. After the field, just to the goal. Repeat, 2nd down.
Say all that. Once he scrambled and the scramble drill starts, that's when Buda breaks out towards the sideline, and he beat the defender, and the defender grabs him. So take it for what it's worth.
They pitch it to Turner. He has nowhere to go. He throws it forward for a touchdown.
Wait a second. We got to watch this one like 3 more. Was that designed, or he just do that on his own?
I think that was what they drew up in the sand right before that came about.
Because when he first took it, I didn't think he wanted to throw it.
But the pitch looked forward.
That was an incredible play. I would love to talk to the coaches at some point and ask them. Because when he catches it right there, it doesn't look like he's going to throw it. And all of a sudden, he pulls up and throws it.
So
if it was a design play, he sold it fantastically.
Josh Johnson is going to be on for the extra point. Kick is away, and it is good. And with 48 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter, it's 43-28. You know, going back to that play, I mean,
well, one way, RJ, to know if it was designed or not, were the linemen. Were the linemen blocking way downfield? If so, then they thought it was a running play.
Yeah.
If the linemen were staying back, then they think it is a designed run.
Yeah.
Couldn't really tell right there if there were any linemen down the field. 15 plays. What a drive. 15 plays, 81 yards. Took 5.5 minutes. That's the only negative. When you're down that much, you need to score a little quicker. It's a 2-possession game now. 28-43, 15.
You got to think this for Rivercrest. Every drive they've had has resulted in points here in the 2nd half.
That's a very good point. Got to get a stop.
Got to get a stop, yeah. Here's the kick by Johnson.
Well, he is a max effort kicker. I mean, everything he's got.
His whole body's behind that kick.
And you know, a lot of kickers will just kind of jog up to the ball, get a little momentum, and kick it. This dude takes off in a sprint, rears back, and kicks it as hard as he can.
You know, this sounds weird, but when I was playing, I always wanted to be the kickoff kicker. there's something cool about being a kickoff kicker because you don't have to go down there and hit anybody. You just get to kick it off and just hope that nobody gets past the front line.
All eyes are on you.
All eyes are on you, but all you got to do is kick it between the white lines. Here's Owen Miller, going to find City. Out past the 30, he'll run out of bounds at the 33-yard line.
They've made a living on that play tonight. Yeah, they have.
We'll stop the clock at 43 seconds.
Owen Miller now 17 of 22 for 293 yards.
Hand it off straight ahead. And we get to the 35-yard line. 30 seconds on the game clock, and they don't have to run another play. But, I mean, Harding Academy, they say there's time on the clock. We're going to try to get one more in there.
Are they?
Oh, maybe not.
Check with me. I don't think they're going to run a play.
Down to 9 seconds. Now they're gonna let this thing in the third quarter. They head to the sidelines. Harding Academy leads it 43-28 heading into the fourth quarter. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Football Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
Looks like we have some new help in the marketing department.
Action! Hi, I'm Susie Everett with Everett Buick GMC. I think you need to work on your line better. How about you do it? Family owned, customer friendly. Family owned, no friendly. Come see us at Everett Buick GMC, I-30 at Alcoa exit. Buckle up, everybody!
New documents are being digitized every day. And every day, the DNA databases get bigger. Sometimes the most moving revelations come from the paper trail. Sometimes some of the most shocking revelations come from DNA.
I think I found out a little bit too much.
That's what makes us special. The magical way that we combine genealogical research with genetic research. And we're the first program in the world to do that. Without your support, there would be no Finding Your Roots. And without your support, there would be no PBS.
I think it's important for Arkansas PBS to have sports because it provides sports on a greater platform to the entire community. And it also gives people in various other communities an opportunity to see other schools and other athletes and to have a greater appreciation for not just their own community, but the sports that are available across the state of Arkansas. There are so many lessons that sports provides, and it's one of the reasons why it's so important to the next generation of athletes coming up.
Start the fourth quarter of this championship game, 43-28. Harding Academy leading it. Here's how we got here. That's Kyle Hoover, 27-yard touchdown reception. It was 7-0. A little later, Jack City, 50 yards, made it 20-0. And Harding Academy was rolling in the first quarter. It wasn't until the second quarter when Rivercrest finally got on the scoreboard. That's the first interception of the year for Owen Miller. That's absolutely incredible stat. Kobe Turner, 4-yard touchdown run, makes it 20-7. But Hoover and Miller get back together again, 26-7. After that 61-yard touchdown, Trenton Hall scored, and then Kobe Turner with a 24-yard touchdown run made it 33-14 at the half. Turner had another big play, 57 yards. That made it 40-21, and Turner just threw for a touchdown. And that made it 43-28 as we start the fourth quarter.
So back to action here to start the fourth quarter, 43-28, as Owen Miller has got a second down and 8 on the 35-yard line.
Look at Kobe Turner now, though. He's got 188 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns running, and he's thrown a touchdown pass. That's an MVP type game if they were to win the game.
No, he's had
Ball start. Offense.
He's had a really, really good game. And
well, he had 268 last week against Warren and 188 tonight. So you do the math, that's over 450 yards rushing in the last 2 weeks.
So it's 2nd down and 12 after the penalty. Owen Miller going to look to throw and send it out of the hands of his intended target. Trying to find Kyler Hoover.
That would have been a touchdown. Had the wind behind him that time. Came out looking to go deep. Didn't put as much air underneath that one. More of a line drive. Maybe worried about that wind causing it to sail a little bit, so he kept it underneath the wind and put it on a rope just outside the reach of Kyler Hoover. Hoover's having a big game too, by the way. 5 catches, 102 yards, 2 touchdowns. City, 9 catches, 160 yards and 2 touchdowns.
3rd down, they give it to City. Oh, run it up the right side, fumbled it.
I think his blocker made him fumble. He ran into his own blocker, and the ball came out. Harding Academy keeps possession of it. Let's keep it City here. It's his offensive lineman downfield blocking, and the offensive lineman was like trying to help him, and when he did, he hit the ball and knocked the ball out.
So it's a punting situation for Harding Academy as Griffin Thomas. He's going to punt.
Thankfully, that offensive lineman recovered the fumble. He caused it. You get a stat for that on offense when you make your own you fumble.
I think you get a conversation with the coach over on the sideline.
He definitely gets a stat for fumbled recovery. I don't think you get one for causing the fumble.
Griffin Thomas has it blocked down at the 29-yard line. It's recovered by Rivercrest.
Special teams coming up special for Rivercrest. Kylan Sanders back there putting the pressure on the punter. Looks like Carrion Morris recovers it. Now they're in business.
Well, we talked about it. They needed to get a stop, and they've done that.
That was a little collision there at the punter between 22 and 32. That was Morris that blocked it. He had 2 back there. Then Morris blocks it. That jars it loose. Jarred some teeth loose, maybe a little flea flicker.
Yeah, flea flicker, and is it caught? No, it's incomplete, but we've got a penalty flag down at the 15-yard line.
A lot of things happening on that play. Back-to-back plays. Alex Jones did a good job of reading the pass, undercuts the receiver, almost picked it off, but we got to see what the flag is at the 15.
Holding. Defense. 10-yard penalty. 1st down.
Boy, Wes, I mean, here's the thing. Christmas is not here yet, and Rivercrest is getting some gifts.
It's a 2-possession game. I mean, you score a touchdown here, it's 15. You can wait, go for 2 later. You can chase the points now, but you score a touchdown here, it gets very interesting.
All at the 18-yard line. Washington has Turner in the backfield. Gonna hand it to him. Works it across the 15. Takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Turner did a great job of following his big offensive lineman that was pulling, creating the hole. Just stuck it up in there and got as much as he could on 1st down. And well, he got 5 yards on 1st down.
Back in the pistol set. Give it back to Turner. He'll cut it back left side. It's around 1 man. Penalty flag down at the 9-yard line.
Face mask. If he didn't get the 1st down, I think that was a face mask, and that will get them the 1st down. These Rivercrest fans are on their feet now.
Well, they've got some life now. You know, you can see it.
Personal foul. Face mask. On the defense. Results in the 1st down.
That'll put the ball down at the 4-yard line.
That's a good shot at it there. Not overly aggressive, but it was enough. He grabbed a hold of it, yanked on it just a hair.
1st and goal. They give it to Turner. They reverse it back inside, and it's a touchdown.
What a run.
Coming up with it was Marcus Slayton on the reverse. He takes it in. Touchdown, Rivercrest.
Tell you what, Harding was there to make the tackle. Slayton, big back, hard to bring down that guy. He made a defender miss. Nice little move right here. Watch this. Spin, move, breaks the tackle, rumbles into the end zone. That was Wyatt Simmons. He's a good tackler. He wasn't able to bring him down. Wyatt reads it right there from his middle linebacker spot. Goes, can't bring him down. That is a big back.
So Josh Johnson.
Got to have this.
On for the extra point.
Got to have it.
Kick is up, and it is good. It's a one-score game with 10:18 to play here in the ball game, 43-35. Let's head down to Kyle Deckelbaum on the sidelines. Kyle.
Boy, that was not an easy extra point there, guys. This wind is no joke here in the field right now. It's really picked up in the second half, so that is not easy. And speaking of the weather, you talk about a change in just total demeanor on the sidelines, total belief right now. I'm telling you, it was not long ago you watch these Rivercrest sidelines, players trying to keep their hands warm. Nothing feels colder than when you're down by that margin and you're just trying to stay warm. But total belief, total change right now on those Rivercrest sidelines.
Thanks, Kyle. 3 plays, 28 yards, 38 seconds for Rivercrest, as it's now 43-35.
Rivercrest has now outscored Harding Academy 21-10 in the second half. Let's give Rivercrest defense a little credit, because Harding Academy was piling up the points in the first half. They scored 33 first half points. They had 5 touchdowns in the first half. This half, 1 touchdown, 1 field goal.
I mean, and think about this.
And the field goal came after the bad penalty on the unnecessary roughness.
Here's all this kick down to 21. City takes it, and he'll bring it up. Penalty flag down, and he'll be taken down to 42.
I thought that was a face mask. Did City not get his face mask yanked?
It looked like it, yes.
I don't know if that's what this flag is for, or if there was something else, but
here's a look at it. Get the call from the official first.
Personal foul. Face mask. On the kicking team. 15 yards added to the end of the run. First down.
It's the second time this game he's gotten a big face mask against him. So that's going to give Harding Academy great field position down at the 45-yard line.
Well, they're almost in field goal range, but they don't want a field goal. Well, they'll take it up 8 to make it another 2-possession game, but they need a touchdown. This Rivercrest fan base, they're excited. They're believing. This Rivercrest sideline is excited. They want to stop here.
Well, it's 1st and 10 from the 45. In motion is Patel. Miller. And getting knocked out of bounds. There's a penalty marker down at the 28.
From a defensive holding. One of the wide receivers breaking free and got pulled on. That's City. Yeah, he's pointing. I don't know if he was the one that was held, but that's back there in the defensive backfield where holding is normally called.
Defense. First down.
So that's going to move Harding Academy deeper into Rivercrest territory. Gonna wait to play in this one, as the ball's going to be at the 35.
It's 25 yards of penalties since the kickoff. I mean, they should, without the penalties, they would be at their own 40. Instead, they're at the 35. And really, they haven't done anything.
Yeah. 1st and 10. 4 receivers, 5 receivers in the formation. They're going to find City in the flats, and he overthrows him. Bring up 2nd and 10.
He's a little anxious with that throw. It's one he normally completes. Just led City a little too much. Wildcats just got to settle down a little bit. I think this is where they miss their running back the most. In a situation like this, it's easy to hand it off to Isaac Baker and let him, take over a possession.
Stacked receivers on either side of the formation. Miller's going to look to throw. Miller gets flushed out of the pocket. has a man down at the 25.
Trenton Hall.
And it's Hall who came out of the backfield, and he's going to go inside the 20 down to the 18.
It's Miller. Miller making a play out of nothing. Miller rolls to his left. He was looking deeper, didn't have anything there, and just scrambling around, and Trenton Hall broke free.
So it's a 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. Five wide in the formation. Miller throws it wide right, trying to find Kyler Hoover.
Thought he was going into the end zone. He had man-to-man coverage, running a little corner route.
It's actually Patel who he was trying to hook up with. And so that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10.
Got City and Kyler Hoover down here at the bottom of the screen. That's his 2 guys that he's looked towards most. Been kind of a quiet night for Indy McGalliard. He's at the top of the screen.
Owen Miller, as all day, flushes left. Looking to throw. Penalty marker down. He's going to throw right side and overthrows his intended target, trying to hook up with Jack City.
Yeah, you got probably a holding call. Just when your quarterback is scrambling around like that, going left, coming back right, offensive lineman get out of
the back. Offense.
Yeah, just when you get out of position as the offensive lineman. You know, your defensive lineman starts running. You're like, where's he going? Well, my quarterback's over there. Then he comes back and just a little shove in the back.
Now, how much time did Owen Miller have? I mean, he sat in the middle of the pocket, rolled left, stayed there for a minute, then came back and threw it.
Yeah, he's got to get one of his receivers to run with him, to break open. That time his receivers all sat down in their spot, and they were covered, but none of them were moving with him or moving to get open. You got to continue to get open, and his receivers have done a great job of doing that all night, but that time they didn't. They all just kind of sat there in their spot, and there was nowhere to go.
2nd down and 20. With the ball at the 28-yard line. Receivers are going to move tighter to the line, to the offensive line. Now Miller going to run with it, and he will be taken down. He's going to gain about a yard on the play.
Wyatt Lancaster called his name out several times tonight, and that time he made a big play chasing down the quarterback.
So that's a 3rd down now. Ball still on the 28-yard line. It was a no gain. Owen Miller, 3 wide to the bottom of your screen. See the numbers right there, 6 of 9 on 3rd down so far in this one. 3rd down and 20, and whistles and penalty flags.
That's costly.
Dead ball. Ball start. Offense.
By moving it back 5, that's going to put it at the 33. That's going to make it around a 50-yard field goal attempt if they don't pick up anything here on 3rd down. Ideally, look, you're thinking 3rd and 25, almost impossible to pick up 25 yards down here. Maybe you can get a holding call or a pass interference, but you're thinking, let's get 10 here. Let's get 10. We got a great kicker. Give him a chance.
Well, Miller gets to McGalliard. McGalliard has a running lane inside the 15, and he's going to go out of bounds. It depends on where they mark him out of bounds. I'm going to say he went out of bounds. We're going to mark him out at the, I don't see the official.
A flag there. We got a penalty flag at about the 17-yard line. Maybe an offensive lineman blocking in the back.
They marked him out at the 9.
He'd be a yard short. We got to figure out this penalty, though.
McGalliard, who's usually been a pretty good weapon for this Harding Academy team, he's been very, very quiet tonight. So the officials are talking this one over as
It's going to be about 1.5 yards short of the first down marker. Here's a good look at the play. Keep an eye on 55. What's 55 do? That looked like a pretty clean block right there. What happens after he gets off the screen?
Here comes the call. Looks like Harding Academy's going backwards.
I think they called him for continuing to block him out of bounds.
Offhand.
No, holding.
Repeat, third down.
So that's going to back him up even farther now.
Oh, that happened way down the field. That's the one good thing for them. They picked up a good chunk of the yards.
Well, it still puts the ball back at the 28-yard line. So it's
they pick up 8 on that play after getting it to the 10, but the holding pushes it back.
3rd and 20. Miller
got a receiver
looking right side, has a man, but he dropped it. That time it was Kyler Hoover who dropped it, and it's 4th down.
Hoover just looked upfield too quick. He was going, turning up with it. You see the head move.
Well, the field goal unit's on. They're going to kick it from the 36-yard line.
A 46-yard field goal from that left hash. A little tougher there.
His long this year is a 48-yarder.
And he's got a huge wind behind him. The distance should not be a problem.
And we've got a penalty flag.
That'll help. That one was not going to be any good. That one, he didn't get a good kick on that one. We have offsides.
Red ball. Encroach. Defense.
Remember that. That could be costly, RJ.
Yeah.
Because he kicked it, and it was a line drive, and it was low. And just didn't get a hold of that one. Now he gets to go 5 yards closer. So it's 41 yards instead of 46.
They're going to hold it from the 31. Thomas will put a foot into it. It's blocked. It's blocked. And Rivercrest, they make another stop.
Still alive. Still got a chance. We got a ball game.
8:17 to play in this one. 43-35 Harding Academy. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Football Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
The commitment it takes to be a winner on the field is the same as the commitment Centennial shows its customers. Patience, perseverance, commitment, and resilience are key ingredients for success, both on and off the field. Whether you're cheering on your home team or needing encouragement starting a new business, let Centennial Bank help you make plans for your future. Centennial, for all of life's moments. Member FDIC.
For every moment, for every memory, from that first car to your first home, to your first child, and all the highs and lows that tomorrow might bring. For everything that matters most to you and your family, there's someone right around the corner dedicated to helping you protect what you love. Your local Farm Bureau Insurance agent. Farm Bureau Insurance. Real service, real people.
Kylan, there it is. To Kylan Sanders coming through and blocks it. 32. How about that? To Kylan Sanders off the edge. Low kick. You know, we talked about it. There's a little razzle-dazzle on first down for Rivercrest. They got room to run.
Yeah, they're out past the 50-yard line, knocked out of bounds. And Rivercrest is in business as Jaden Young takes it into Harding Academy territory.
Just a complete turnaround for this Rivercrest team.
I mean, Wes, this was a team that was down 20-0 to start this game.
Well, and at halftime, we heard from Coach Evans, and you know, Coach Evans wasn't very happy with the way the end of the second half or end of the second quarter, and it was 33-14. They had a 19-point lead, but he was upset, and now you know why.
And I hand it straight up the middle, and that was Turner, and Turner's going to get a nice run. But you know, I go back to what Coach Fleming said to Kyle at the half. He said, that's why you play 2 halves. And he said, we didn't play very good in the first half, and you got to turn around in the second half, and that's exactly what they've done.
With that carry, Turner goes over 200 yards for the game, and Turner's not done.
2nd down and 4. Pistol set, wing back off the left side. They're going to give it to Turner. Turner out past the 30, stays on his feet, powers past the 25, gets down to the 22.
Turner is running like a man on a mission. Showed a little speed there, power. Turner with 2:33 updated after those last 2 carries.
Marcus Slayton goes in motion. They're going to hand it to Turner. He's hitting the backfield. He pitches it backwards. And he gets sacked back at the, we're going to say forward progress was at the 32. Tried to go with the flea. It would have been better if Turner would have just held on to it.
Alex Jones comes up in the backfield and makes the tackle. Once again, I don't know if this was design or sandlot, just you do something with it, but Alex Jones took care of it and blew the play up.
So it's 2nd down and 20. They're going to look to throw left side, and it's almost intercepted.
Owen Miller comes in from playing quarterback, goes out, plays defensive back, turns around looking for the ball. Great job of getting his head turned around, finding the ball in the air, goes up. Great coverage, just almost picks it off. The wide receiver did a great job of turning defender. He breaks up that play by hitting Miller while he's trying to catch it.
So it's 3rd down and 20. Washington's going to be in the shotgun. He'll have Turner on his left side. Wingbacks it off the left. Washington's going to look to throw. He's under pressure and he goes down at the 39-yard line.
Tanner Simmons. If Coach Simmons didn't have a big smile on his face before, he's got a huge one on his face now. And just blitzing in, untouched. If he doesn't get him, there are 4 more Wildcats ready. Now what do you do? 4th and 37? Is that right?
No.
Got to get to the 12. The ball's on the 39, 4th and 27. They're going for it.
Washington's in the shotgun, 4 receivers in the formation. They'll throw it out in the flats. Gets it over to Williams. He cuts it back up the middle of the field, and he'll be taken down at the 32, and that's where Harding Academy will take over.
Got to be honest, that one surprised me a little bit. With 4th and a mile, I thought maybe they would punt it, try to pin Harding Academy deep, and the defense has done such an outstanding job this half, holding Harding Academy to 10 points. And then to try the wide receiver screen, that was going to be very difficult to pick up enough yards to get the first down.
Now Harding Academy is going to have it back with 5:54 to play. Ball at the 32-yard line.
Look at that offensive line come out there. They just sprinted to their position. They know this is huge.
Owen Miller alone in the backfield. Gonna roll left, looking to throw, and he overthrows his target. That's Hoover.
Miller pounded the ground after he let that go. Overthrowing an open receiver. He was upset with himself there.
So it's 2nd down and 10. Clock stopped at 5:50 to play. 5 wide in the formation. Miller looking. Has a man. McGalliard stays on his feet to the 49-yard line in Rivercrest territory.
Galliard that time ran a really good route. He is wide open on that post coming across the middle, catches it in stride. I told you Miller was upset with his previous throw. That one was right on the money. Hits him in between the eights on the run so he can keep going forward. Picks up the first down. New set of downs, clock ticking. That's one of the things. Not only does Harding Academy want to get another score here, they want to chew up the clock.
So it's 1st and 10. Gonna hand it off. This is Hall working left side, and he'll be taken down just shy of the 40-yard line.
Morris on the tackle.
Kieran Morris makes the stop.
Hall up over 60 yards rushing on the night.
2nd down and 2.
Up 8 there.
It's an 8-yard run, and it's 2nd down and 2. Harding Academy just trying to slow things down a little bit.
Milking it now.
I hand it off again. Hall, he slips down. Going to get the first down, I believe. They crossed the 40-yard line.
I'm not making any predictions on first downs after the 3A game. I'll wait until they move the chains.
Yeah. They're looking at it. And they're going to bring the chains on. It's right there at the marker. Well, luckily, they don't have to bring the chains all the way across the field. Gonna stretch it out. And that's enough for a first down.
That was close. That's why they had to bring it out. That's how close it was. Now you can start kind of thinking about that 4-minute offense, using the clock. Just a steady dose of Hall. May get see Wyatt Simmons in there at some point if Hall needs a breather.
So 1st down and 10.
I noticed Rivercrest brought in an extra defensive lineman while they were measuring. They're expecting a lot of running. You notice when they got to the line, those linebackers are creeping up.
And I hand it off again. Hall. And he'll be down at the 36-yard line.
Good push from the offensive line. There wasn't a whole lot there, but they got a 3-yard push. Hall's able to fall forward. You'll take 3 yards now. Just 3 here, 3 here, 3 here. Keep moving the sticks, running that clock. There's still 20 seconds. They'll probably get there, check with me, see if they can't draw them off sides. Yep, didn't work. Now they'll get the play call. 10 seconds on the play clock.
2nd down and 6. And hand it to Hall again. He's running hard as he gets past the 35 down to the 34. 2-yard pickup.
Lancaster in on the tackle with Briggins.
3rd down and 4.
Now, we're in Harding Academy. They're going to bring in Wyatt Simmons. Kind of a jumbo package. Maybe run that Wildcat formation. 15 on the play clock. And they're just now breaking the huddle.
Under 3 to play. Under 9 seconds on the play clock.
Simmons, quarterback.
They'll hand it off on the end around. And they pick up the first down as that was Kyler Hoover.
Good for Hoover. Hoover had the costly drop, the possession before. He got up, showed everybody first down. That had to be a good feeling.
So fresh set of downs. As the clock rolls under 2.5.
Keep Simmons in there. See who's at quarterback for him.
Owen Miller's back in there. Now he's going to split out. They direct snap it to Simmons, and he'll run it forward. There's a penalty marker down to 26.
A late flag came in from the side. That was right in front of the Rivercrest coaches. Got to think that might be holding.
Holding. Offense.
That one hurts Harding Academy. You have a positive gain on first down. You're doing exactly what, the 4-minute offense calls for. You're just running the ball, picking up positive yards, keep the clock running. There's your hold right there on the edge. That happened right there in front of everybody. That one was pretty easy to call.
Offense. First down.
So that'll put the ball down at the 33-yard line.
At a timeout. Timeout. Rivercrest.
Other way. There you go. Rivercrest stopping that clock. 2:04 to go. They had all 3 of their timeouts. Use one here. Stop the clock. Look, you got them now behind the chains. This is it. You got to sell out here. 1st and 20. Use your timeouts. If Harding Academy gets that first down, then game's over. This is what it boils down to, 20 yards here. With that penalty now, 24 penalties in this game. 14 against Harding Academy, 10 called against Rivercrest. 14 penalties for 121 yards.
A lot of stoppage in play. Hey,
it's been a long game.
Yeah, it's been a real long game. Hey, before we get back to action, I want to say congratulations to some of our crew members, Nate and Cassie Johnson. They got married and had a great wedding right there. So there's a lot of our crew right there, but they got married. I want to say congratulations to Nate and Cassie Johnson. So it's 1st down and 16. Three wide at the top of the screen. They're going to give it to Hall. He got hit hard. Down at the 31-yard line, and Rivercrest is going to call a timeout with 1:59 to play.
We kicked this off around 6:40. We're at a 3-hour game. That is a long high school game. In fact, it's the longest championship game this year now at 3 hours and 8 minutes.
I was wondering if it was just me or if it was the game. But look, here's the deal. You just read off the reason why we've got the longest high school game, and there's a lot of penalties in this one.
Well, we also have 78 combined points. There have been a lot of touchdowns.
That's a good point, yeah.
Plus a field goal.
Yeah.
Been a lot of stoppages in play.
Yeah. No, I mean it. And I can't say this enough. I mean, look at time of possession right there. You've got to commend this Rivercrest team because they started off in the hole 20-0, and they have battled their way back and kept fighting. And the defense really showed up in the second half, and they, win, lose, or draw. I mean, this is. You've got to commend what they've done here in the second half of this game.
Yeah, down 19 at the half. They've cut it to an 8-point game, holding Harding Academy to 10 second-half points.
2nd down and 15. Owen Miller under pressure. He'll look to run. Out past the 30, and he'll slide down at the 21.
What a smart play. I mean, Miller knows not to run out of bounds. Don't stop the clock. Make them use their timeout. Very, any other play in the game, he runs out of bounds there. But he got as much as he could, takes the slide, stays in bounds, keeps the clock ticking. Rivercrest has to use another timeout. Yeah, when they went to throw, I was like, this must be an easy throw because you do not want to risk an incomplete pass. This was a safe play call, wasn't there. So Miller just tucks it, runs with it, and then gets down. That was a win. That was a big win for the Harding Academy offense. Did exactly what they needed to. Picked up probably about what? How far was the run there? Owen Miller, 11-yard run. So, it was.
And that's the last.
2nd and long, 2nd and 16. Now you got 3rd and 5.
Oh, and that was the last timeout for Rivercrest as well.
Yeah, now you got to find a way to get 5 yards.
Yeah.
What would be, to me, is going to be interesting. If I expect them to run here, if it's 4th and 2, you going for it, or do you kick a field goal? Field goal wins the game. Game's over.
Yeah.
But if it's 4th and something, you get the first down, game's over.
Wyatt Simmons in at quarterback. He's going to run with it. And there's a host of Colts back there, and he actually lost a yard on the play.
You know who blew it up? Turner. The running back has done it all for Rivercrest. He has left it out on the field, but Turner comes blitzing in, blows up the play, causes Wyatt Simmons to stop, change his running lane, and then his teammates were there to wrap him up, make the tackle.
Now here's what you were saying. They're going to call a timeout. They're going to let the play clock roll down. It's at 13 right now. But now your decision you were talking about, do you go for it or take the points? But they're going to call a timeout, and I would imagine you'd see the field goal unit come out and get those points.
It's a lot of trust in your kicker, but he's been awesome this season. Griffin Thomas is 8 of 10 on field goals coming into this game. Of course, he had one blocked. He's made one tonight, so now he's 9 of 12 on the season. That's a pretty good ratio. It is on that right hash. That's where he made his field goal in the first earlier, from that right hash. The one that was blocked was a longer field goal from the left hash, and he was more of a line drive.
Rivercrest has blocked 2 kicks tonight. It'll be the punt and the field goal. Yeah. So I mean,
that punt changed the game.
It did. I mean, it did.
Block punt changed the game. That was a huge special teams play. They got the kicker out there warming up, and they're bringing Griffin Thomas in.
Griffin Thomas came in the game 80%, 8 of 10 from field goal range. Ball's on the right hash. He's going to kick it from the 30-yard line. Well, it'll be about a 40-yard kick.
Biggest kick in this senior's life.
Snap is back. Kick is on the way. And it is no good.
Hooked it. Hooked it left. Rivercrest has life.
You've got a minute 1 remaining in this one. 43-35 Harding Academy, and Rivercrest is going to get the ball back. No timeouts.
4th and 5, I think it's the right call.
I mean, I agree, because he's been so good this year.
If Wyatt Simmons picks up 2, 3, 4 yards, then I think you have something to think about, and I think you go for it on 4th down. But at 4th and 5,
we're going to spread the defense out. Ball's at the 20-yard line. Washington going to look to throw. Has a man. He'll get out of bounds. That's on the right side of the field, hooking up with Young that time. He's going to step out of bounds at the 29.
You know what, that was a good throw. Gets out of bounds. Great way to start the drive.
2nd down and 1 with the ball at the 29-yard line.
Owen Miller in there on defense. They move Simmons down to defensive end spot to get after the quarterback.
Washington going to look to throw again. They come back to left side, almost intercepted. It was City who came up to almost pick that one off. The intended target was Jacavian Williams.
City could have not only ended the game, but he would have had a pick 6.
It's 3rd down a yard.
Just a step behind. He just reached in with that right hand. If he's a step faster, he gets both hands on it and he takes it to the house.
Well, it's 3rd down and 1 now.
Got to get the first down, but can't afford to run it here with Turner, I don't think. It would stop the clock. You'd have to get up over the ball quickly.
Put Turner in motion. Washington going to run with it. They get yardage, and he'll go out of bounds at the 39-yard line.
He looked over at Turner. Turner had a blocker and would have picked up the first down, but He looked over on that right side. There was nothing there, nobody. And that was a smart play by Washington. Just tuck it, run with it, pick up the first down, get out of bounds.
Stops the clock at 46 seconds. 1st and 10 from the 39. Washington looking to throw. Rolls right, throws it out of bounds, trying to find Young. Takes it down to 38 seconds remaining.
See, this is a tired team, teams plural. They have given it everything they've got. We've talked about how long of a game. These guys have been on the field. They've played a lot of snaps. Many of them are going both ways. That time, Washington's receivers just, they look tired. They weren't open. They weren't working to get open. He's got to get a spark. He's got to find somebody to get a big play for him.
2nd down and 10.
They had to call that the slot receiver jump. One receiver went in motion. When he did, the slot receiver on the other side saw that and jumped. Kind of flinched a little bit. It's another penalty, and that's what Rivercrest can't afford right now. That's their 11th penalty. That'll push them over 100 yards in penalty yards. I said it earlier. It is now a combined 25 penalties for 223 yards.
That'll put the ball at the 34-yard line.
Got to get a chunk play. It's going to be tough with Harding Academy dropping 8.
Washington backwards pass. That's over out to Turner. He's got a running lane past the 40, 45. He pitched it back and it went out of bounds.
That was a heads-up play. I mean, he saw the guy out there. Everybody's coming on Turner, and he pitched it out to the receiver that's running with him. But that was a chunk play that they needed. Turner.
The officials are getting together right now to see if it was a forward pass. Harding Academy coaches are saying it was a forward pass. They just dropped the flag.
It was very close to the naked eye.
The head official just dropped his flag.
Okay. That would illegal forward pass then. He was close to the first down. It was 2nd and 15. He was going to be down around the 47, so he was going to be a yard or 2 short of the first down marker when he pitched it.
Here's the call.
Illegal forward pass on their offense. 5-yard penalty. Lost it down. 3rd down.
Here's the play.
Pitch it. Yeah, he pitched it forward. That was a good call.
It was close.
Yeah, it was very close.
Following the penalty, 3rd down and 6 for the Colts.
So now it's a 3rd down and 6.
Instead of 3rd and 1, move it back 5 yards. Still a good play, what they needed.
28 seconds remaining. Washington will look to throw. As a man, that's Young. And he's going to be well short of the first down.
Clock's ticking.
He's going to be taken down at the 47. Down to 14 seconds.
4th down.
You can't spike it. Washington takes it. Under pressure. He's running away from defenders.
Run it. Get out of bounds.
He's going to throw it downfield, and he doesn't get out of bounds. That's going to do it. Harding Academy wins their 10th state championship in school history. Boy, look at the, I tell you what though, look, take nothing away from Rivercrest. They battled back in this one, and they gave themselves a shot at the end of the game.
They left everything out on the field. Both teams did. I watched a couple of the Harding Academy players. They just went down to a knee after the final play. They are exhausted. They're wiped out. Both teams gave it everything they had.
When we come back, we will have the trophy presentation as well as the MVP of this one as you're watching the Centennial Bank State Football Championships in Arkansas PBS Sports.
Hi, I'm Eric Gorgeous from A Craftsman's Legacy.
Yeah, let's make it happen, man. All right, let's get to it. All right. Yeah, let's rock and roll. I like flames.
I cannot stress enough how hot it is.
That's beautiful.
Show your love for Create and its commercial-free programming by becoming a member of your local public television station. Simply call the number below or visit createtv.com to make a donation. It's viewers like you that make Create possible. Thank you.
Broadcast of this championship game is made possible by
the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Over 2,500 team members across 17 local electric distribution co-ops, powering homes, farms, and industries somewhere across Arkansas. We are the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Power and people.
When you choose Conway Regional, you're choosing a healthcare partner rooted in your community. With 9 primary care locations in 5 counties, we believe in building lasting relationships centered on trust and personalized care. Let our family care for yours.
Vaping addicts you to nicotine and can prematurely age your lungs to those of a 70-year-old. Don't get lost in the fog. Learn more about the hazards of vaping at projectpreventar.org.
Give your family a once-in-a-lifetime experience at the Little Rock Zoo, at Arkansas's largest lantern festival. Glow wild at the Little Rock Zoo. After dark, bring your family to a radiant wonderland where imagination sparks. Discover 40 new lighted mystical creatures and returning favorites at Glow Wild, a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Southern Loft is a proud sponsor of Arkansas PBS. It is our mission to tell your story by adding color with our furniture. And that's why Southern Loft is a different kind of furniture store. For more information, go to mysouthernloft.com.
Do you have any idea what the book is worth?
Danielle Musselman here, host of Arkansas Treasures, where we share the wacky, weird, and wild collectibles and antiques from around our state and find out what they're worth.
So that adds up to a little bit of money.
Wow.
Watch on Arkansas PBS, the PBS app, or on the Arkansas PBS website.
I said I was not going to say wow, but I did anyway.
A real-life mystery in Mulberry Springs.
Who is Sammy the Sloth?
My science teacher is a robot.
You've got to be kidding me. Troublemakers from another planet.
From another planet?
We're on the case.
Thank you, Mystery League, for solving this mystery.
During the past year, we've been traversing the natural state with our cinematic drone, from lakes and rivers, waterfalls, scenic byways, mountains, swamps, overlooks, and towering rock formations. This unique documentation of all 4 seasons from all 4 corners of the state with an aerial cinematic perspective will give you, the viewer, an Arkansas adventure like never before, exploring Arkansas from above.
Download the PBS video app or watch online.
I think it's important for Arkansas PBS to have sports because it provides sports on a greater platform to the entire community. And it also gives people in various other communities an opportunity to see other schools and other athletes and to have a greater appreciation for not just their own community, but the sports that are available across the state of Arkansas. There are so many lessons that sports provides, and it's one of the reasons why it's so important to the next generation of athletes coming up.
Arkansas PBS is a place where everyone can see themselves, where everyone can find themselves, where everyone can be a part of something bigger than themselves.
For students, it's always more fun to include the arts when you're learning. I mean, just to have expression, to see different forms of entertainment, it always just makes it more fun.
Poetry is something that exists beyond the page and also on the stage. And so I was so happy that they followed young poets, saw the value in it, and wanted to document it.
That's why everybody in the school tried to remain calm, but inside there was no inner calm.
Arkansas PBS is a seed that grows into a tree that branches out into fruit that can feed the world.
Well, we end a wild one here in the 4A state championship as Harding Academy. They claim the state championship trophy, and there are your final stats for this one. Boy, look at that. 486 total yards to 482. Passing, 362 to 204. Rushing, I mean, it was very lopsided in that one. But boy, 23 first downs for Harding Academy, 25 for Rivercrest. It was and let's not forget, I keep saying this, Rivercrest started 20-0 in the hole. They were down at halftime by 19, and they battled back. And a lot of people thought this one was over.
Oh, you know, we even speculated, look, if Harding Academy finishes off this last drive of the first half with a touchdown, they get the ball to start the second half. They score another touchdown. We got the mercy rule. We were already talking about the mercy rule in the first half. It looked like this thing was getting out of hand. And just give Rivercrest credit. And Kobe Turner, I'm so impressed with him. This is Kyler Hoover with 27-yard touchdown to get us started, one of the 10 touchdowns. Later on, Jack City, 7 yards, makes it 14-0. Harding Academy added another one when City goes 50 yards, and it was 20-0. Wide open and just walks into the end zone. Rivercrest finally gets on the board after the interception. That, by the way, is the first interception Owen Miller, and only interception Owen Miller threw all year. Finally, Kobe Turner gets Rivercrest on the board. It was 20-7. Harding Academy scored again on Kyler Hoover. What a catch. Ball was tipped. He tipped it a couple of times, finally brings it in. And then Kobe Turner with another touchdown run. He was outstanding tonight. That one was 24. This one for 57. That made it 40-21. They were still down 19 points, but Rivercrest kept pounding away. Get back on the scoreboard, but in the end, Harding Academy holds on and wins by 8.
Let's go down to Kyle Deckelbaum, who's got the winning head coach.
Coach, I'll check your blood pressure. Can you breathe and take it in a little bit?
Well, here's what's funny. So I've got no filter at the moment because I've been sick all week and I got a steroid shot today. So my blood pressure probably is through the roof right now because I realized that I'm pretty amped. But yeah, it's what a night, what an unbelievable football game, what a way to end high school football in the state of Arkansas in an instant classic. That game had everything. Special teams plays, offensive, defensive plays, just a big. Just really awesome.
Yeah, it was a 3.5-hour marathon odyssey of a football game, too, to try to overcome.
Yeah, you know, we knew we wanted to throw the ball coming in, and I think they probably threw it a little more than certainly we expected. And then I think maybe even for them, just looking at what they've done throughout the year, I felt like they probably threw it a little bit more, which, you know, obviously stretched that game out.
Feel better. I think this will help.
Yeah, I feel a lot better. Yeah.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, you bet.
Thank you, Kyle, as he was with Neil Evans, the winning head coach for this one. And Wes, you know, you just think about this game and everything, the highs, the lows, but at the end of the day, it was a heck of a ball game. Kyle's now down with the MVP of this one, Owen Miller.
Have you caught your breath after that?
Not yet. Definitely not yet. It's hard to grasp. It's hard to grasp.
How do you describe that kind of, when you guys have that kind of lead, watching them mount that comeback, drive the field there?
Yeah, it's just like, that's just football, you know. You got to be prepared for anything. You know, sometimes things aren't going to go your way, and you just got to keep a good poise, keep that level head, and just keep playing no matter what happens.
For you, the connection with Jack City, pretty special.
Yeah, man, Jack City being out there is special. Not a lot of people know, but he broke his scapula in like week 6, and he was supposed to be out for the year. But, you know, praise God, a miracle happened, and he was able to return this playoffs, and he's the reason we won the state championship.
And how about quite the day for the community of Searcy as well?
Man, yeah, I think like we all see this as a great day right now, but when we look back on this, we're going to see how surreal and incredible this was. And just, man, praise God. This is unbelievable. And obviously it's easy to praise God when you're on top, but like you might as well still do it. So it was a great day for Harding and Searcy, Arkansas.
Well said. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Kyle. And I mean, that's what I was just getting ready to say is you got the Harding Bison that are headed to a national championship. You got Harding Academy winning a state title. If you're a Searcy resident right now, you're loving life.
Great day for the campus at Harding. Owen Miller, 21 of 31, 4 touchdowns. He also ran for a touchdown. big game for him. We mentioned Jack City, 10 catches, 169 yards, 2 touchdowns. Kyler Hoover, 5 catches, 102 yards, 2 touchdowns. And I got to talk about Kobe Turner for Rivercrest. This guy rushed for 232 yards and 3 touchdowns. Last week he was over 200 yards against Warren, 268. So he had 232 today. So that's 500 yards that he rushed for in the last 2 weeks. And then he threw for a touchdown tonight. Don't forget about that play. Kobe Turner, man, and he was on defense. Just like we saw Owen Miller at the end of the game. He was playing defensive back, and it was just a great effort from these two teams and a heck of a way to finish off the 2023 high school football season.
Man, if you think about it, a week ago, wow, it was when we started these championships, and we crowned 7 state champions from 8-man to Class 7A, and it was a lot of fun watching all this high school football. Well, it wraps up the high school football season. Next time we will come to you will be from Hot Springs when we bring you the high school basketball state championships. And it has been a fun 2023 campaign. Your final in this one, 43-35. For Kyle Deckelbaum, Westmore, I'm RJ Hawk. You've been watching the Centennial Bank State Football Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.